Put my glasses on my head, I don't give a fuck. Right. I've just carried my shopping up the stairs. Sorry, I mistimed how long that was going to take. The joys of not driving. Do you know what I mean? It was like my mum was going to take me this morning and I really couldn't be arsed. And then, yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah. This time of night isn't good for me. Hello, heart healing, yummy green jumper. Yes, thank you. It's a bit warm though, isn't it? How was my birthday? I've seen you since then. God, it's been a never ending birthday. I'm fucking exhausted. And I think it's like, I'm not complaining about it, but it's like, it's just, I was saying that when I was with one of my other best pals today, and that's not the same, that's not any of the same ones I've mentioned. I was just saying it today, I was like, I've literally seen all my friends back to back for like the past week. I'm probably not going to need to see any of them for like 6 months. I'm not that social. This is just too much. But yeah, my birthday has been lovely, but it's over now. And I spilled lasagna on my jumper earlier when I was with my niece, and I can see the stain on my jumper. Is it? I'm sure it is. I can see on the screen, but I can't see it. Anyway, it's fine. It's all good. So yeah, I didn't bother reapplying my makeup or anything because this Zoom is kind of magic. It just kind of, yeah, it's like it, it just kind of does what it's just, makes you look a bit better than you are. So that's all good. That's fine. I don't add anything to it. I think it just does it itself. So, because when I've put my makeup up before I come on here, I'm looking like Alice Cooper when I come off. I mean, that I was like, I'm like, oh my God, I had like black makeup under one eye for about 2 hours. It's fine. It's fine. Like, again, it's like Nathan said earlier, in the week, something about I'm becoming more egoless. That's what I'm here to teach people to, just who gives a fuck. I've got glasses on top of my head. I'm one of those dickheads that's got glasses on top of their head indoors. I'm using it as a hairband right now. I did actually get a little gold, very simple headband thing the other day. But these will do just now. These will do. You see, look, that's interesting, isn't it? Because you've all come on right away at this time. I think this time is better for you, but I can't look at it like it is because it's the end of the week, and this definitely will be the last one because I've got Virgin Media getting fitted sometime between 1 and 6, and fuck knows. I know it would be on the day it's Mercury retrograde as well, isn't it? So it's the odd Mercury retrograde shit with buses today. Should have learned to drive ages ago, man. It's like I've missed a boat now. I'm too scared. I'm just too scared. We'll be teleporting everywhere. It's fine. Soon we'll be that'll be fine. Right, okay. So sorry, I've not read. All I saw was what Nick said and the green jumper. I've missed you too, Nathan. It is funny. See, it is funny, isn't it? When I do that consistently, it is kind of like I'm getting used to it now too. But like I said, I will be coming on here like an actual hot mess, tired, in my jammies sometimes. So my hair was actually very nice today. It was, again, I've really, it's, I said that yesterday I had a nice outfit on. Today my hair was all curly. It's not now because it's the end of the day. But we've got to appreciate ourselves when we're feeling it, because I certainly don't feel like that myself that every day. But I can't even talk. Should I just go now? I can't even get my words. Is anyone else like this? I'll just blame Mercury retrograde, but yeah. So again, I've no idea. Hello, if you're new. I've no idea how long I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to do that chakra thing. I will start doing that on a Thursday, but no the night. Right? I could do people's cards. I can just about do Charlotte's cards if you want them tonight, Charlotte. If for some reason you don't feel the need, I'll do it next week. But I can do yours. I'll start with yours, so while I've got the most energy. How is everyone doing? It is a lot of peopling for me, too much really, but I'm grateful. But I was like to my mum, I'm doing absolutely fuck all weekend. Don't want to see anyone. Just finishing putting the kids to bed. We'll join again shortly. Okay, right. So I'll wait till Charlotte comes back then to do her cards, because that would make much sense if I do them when she's not here. Okie doke. Yes. Okay. So let's just do that, right? Let's hear Nathan's story, because Nathan said that, what did you say? You felt a twin flame? Something to do with your twin flame, an activation of some sort after watching. That was the very first gifting, really, of my big healings that I'd done on YouTube. And it's funny because it's like a lot of people don't really, I don't think that one's got that many views. It's the one with the red jumper that's got the most views, eh? But anyway, I need that kind of motivation, Nathan, because it's always the same people, and it's some of you that tell me how powerful they are. And everyone else, it's like, look, I'm just like a little needle in a haystack that people are missing and passing by. But so maybe other people need to hear what your experience has been. So take it away, Nathan. I'm going to get people on the Zoom as well, actually. I'm going to start doing that at some point. It's going to be fun around here. Twin flame activation right after watching that meditation. In what way, though? What do you mean? Because they're all activations, but what happened? Describe. I want to know for myself. Like, describe what happened. I don't know why I'm shuffling these. What do we all need to know right now while because this thing goes slow as fuck, so I'll do this to entertain us. Oh, and happy new moon eclipse, everyone. That's what it is too. It's Mercury retrograde soon. Like I said, it's either what day is today? I think it's like tomorrow or Saturday. I'm just gonna fucking check that now. The phone's here. I think it might even be tomorrow. Yeah, it is. It's tomorrow. Oh dear. Yeah. That's what it is. It's because it's so tomorrow's going to be chaos, just to tell you. If you're traveling anywhere, be careful. As I said the other day, I seen a wee crash outside my house. Was that just yesterday? That was yesterday. Oh, the suspense waiting for the writing. Have you all had a nice day? Massage. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that please help me, full stop. help me, heal me. No, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatments. There you go. That's for someone. It's for all of us. And leave a stressful situation behind. There's that one again. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. That one really loves to come like up here, doesn't it? And then recovery. So that's definitely someone I feel, I'm going to read that in a minute. That's definitely someone I feel that has already left a stressful situation behind, karmic situation, and they're in recovery. So that'll be some of you watching, probably the silent people. And actually, some of you will have already been through this. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. Right. Well, not to sound dramatic, that's fine. We like dramatic around here. I'm a Leo midheaven. So it's the only time I'm dramatic in life. Like I said, the rest of the time, I wouldn't describe it as boring, but I'm really pretty chill. So, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it just depends, doesn't it? It's boring is what was boring to one person is not to another. Well, not to sound dramatic, but my twin flame had been in major karmic mode, acting really hateful, and well, today she called me disgusting. Oh. Instead of feeling crushed, I was elated, just tickled. Oh yeah, you're seeing the humour in it. See, that's how I deal with shit like that. It really is. And it's not because it's like, I'm not in denial. It's just like, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, all right, okay. Proving that healing is working. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's just like I always say, it's the more you love yourself, the more that stuff's going to be like water off a duck's back. Are you not going to need to do the session with me now? You will, because you need to tell me your story and there'll be something to work on. But Nathan knows what I mean, because like me and Nathan were talking, but it's kind of like, that's brilliant. That is a major. So wait a minute. Oh, that really is. So Nathan, is that like before you wrote something to me? Did you listen to that after you wrote that to me? Yeah, you must have. Because that's what, yeah, so basically, right, if people are getting, just to, so that other people know this, because that's important, I'd suggested to Nathan before I do any kind of Zoom with anyone, especially if I've never had one, I always recommend that you watch at least one of my journeys on that playlist. And there's only 6 or 7, well, no, there might be about 8 now. But there's, and I might not have even added the other ones to the playlist. But the reason I say that is because in case we end up doing a shamanic journey, I always just feel it gives you an idea of how I work. And also it just empowers you. So this is perfect example. This is really good. It empowers you a little bit more before the session. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm here to do for people is, and it's like, I nearly posted that the other day, but I'll probably post it tomorrow or something, but and you've seen it before. It's like one of these memes that says, it's a healer's job is not to heal you. It's to, basically along the lines of holding space for you to heal yourself. And that is how it is, but it's just depending on where each person's at on your healing journey, but specifically here, your twin flame healing journey. Some people need way more support than others. And sometimes, even if you are really empowered, you might be having a moment of feeling really vulnerable and needing more support, and me included. I mean, you could tell that I think you can tell the days when I'm feeling on fire, and other ones when I'm like, look guys, I'm showing up, right? I'm gonna fucking show up and like do what I can. That's one of these nights. I'm going to watch all oh my god, don't do it in a row though, Nathan. I mean, actually, I think it's some of the people like Nix, when she comes back, she'll say probably chip in, but she's done that loads of times over the years, falling asleep. Sorry for calling you she, but like falling asleep. Watched all of them. Like I'm almost like, I don't know if I should have them on a playlist, because it is powerful energy coming through. Like it is like, that's what I mean. It's that's why I battled with myself at times, like, because it's in a way, it kind of felt like at some points it was stopping people from booking sessions, because like I did say that before, that was quite shadowy, but it's true. Like there were some people that kind of cottoned on how powerful they were, and then they never they didn't book sessions, and I do feel it is because of how powerful they are. But again, that's what they're there for. They're there so that they can help people, buffer in between, and basically people that haven't got any money at all. Because people still need my help with stuff. But like I was saying to my pal today, it is worrying when it gets to like, when it's very quiet, which it has been. But this is usually when it gets busier again. So please God, send the people that actually need the paid help as well. Right? And then send the people that can't afford this stuff. So and the people that want to buffer it, as I call it. Or like I always say, because I haven't given that chat for a while, if you really, really want to work with me and you don't feel you've got the money to do it, pray to get the money for it. And your job is to spot when that comes and not spend it on other crap that you don't need. I've done it too, guys. We all do it. And you'll fail. Many people will fail, as I did, until you learn. Because it's like when you've not until you see now. So see what I mean? I've become like people's mum, and it is funny because it is like, you know what I mean? It's been a journey for me, but it's only because I do feel I attract a lot of people that are like myself. Like I've got a lot of people that have actually got ADHD. Right, so did I read all of that? Proving that the healing is working. I'm going to watch all 12. I'm on the 3rd one with soul retrieval. Yeah, so what I would go easy with that. Again, I can't tell you what to do, but that might be just you'll know. Your Chiron and Scorpio will know that might be too much. Like seriously, because it's the soul retrieval. The soul retrievals take 3 weeks to integrate. When I do a soul retrieval with people 1-to-1 or those recorded videos, it's the energies building. Like, so for instance, right, like I might check now, I don't think that clients, I mean, she's usually always okay, but I don't like to share stuff unless I've got the permission. So no, I can't. Wait a minute. Let me just see. I'll put But it's kind of like, nah, she's not. But it'll be fine. I'll share when she does, whatever she says back. But it was generally that. Like, I'm sure generally that what I posted about when I woke up there, because it was just really lovely, was, yeah, I'd done that pre-recorded reading it was a couple of months ago. And yeah, I can say that much. Yeah, and I just noticed that she hadn't watched it. I was like, oh. And then I just, you know what I mean? I've not got time to chase after people to ask why they've not watched it. So I just thought, oh, maybe she's forgot. Or it's always divine timing. But anyway, it was divine timing. And then that's when if I'm allowed to sort of share more of the content, I will. But if not, it's generally one of those ones where it's like I've picked up on stuff that I'd rather not, to be honest, but it's what I'm an expert at, like stuff that is like the shady stuff, fuckery. Do you know what I mean? Because even it was one of them where I'd done it and I thought, fuck, it's a bit negative. Do you know what I mean? But like when it is spiritual warfare and it's not nice stuff like manipulation and that, or worse, or gaslighting or anything around these kind of themes, it's not fucking nice. It is negative. I'd rather people did they fucking do it in the world, actually. And it's like, but they do. And it's a lot of the time, it's the closest people around us, or it's other people that are, oh, it's really lovely and nice, no, you know what I mean? That's why it's like I sit and, you know, show you the bits of me when I'm being a grumpy bastard, or when I'm thinking people are being a bunch of, you know, whatever. Sometimes I actually slip up and say the word, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I trust that in people more than I trust people that are just lovely all the time and they never do anything wrong and they never fuck up. Nah, don't believe that for 1 second, right? It's fake as fuck. And that's why I love that meme. What did it say? Queens don't have time for fake, fuckery, and something else, and neither do kings, or whatever you identify as. But yeah, but just from a professional healer's perspective there, and because I channeled those things, Nathan, you might go, I don't know what would happen to you, just be like rattling, like, whoa, this is too much energy. You might fucking take off into this. I don't know. Listen, your decisions are your own, right? If you decide to watch fucking 10 of my activation videos in a row and you something happens, it's not my fault, right? Anyway, but seriously, it's, don't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm telling you, like, pick the one that calls. What one did you watch? So you watched that first one, and that is a powerful one because that was the 444 one. Oh, I don't know. You know, it's just you make up your mind. But next, did you hear that bit that I was saying that you've fallen asleep to loads in a row before? I mean, how do you find that when you do that? I think it'd kind of spangle people a bit. Do you know what I mean? I think it would kind of put you in quite a... Because all my stuff does. It's like always saying, never ever watch anything I'm doing, including talking when you're driving. Do not do that. It would be dangerous. Because I am a hypnotherapist too. Like, I've got that quality to my voice. Even before I was doing that, I had that quality to my voice. So it's not safe, like, quite literally. Right, did I read what else you said? Have I got 12 on that? Nathan, they're all a soul retrieval. Everything I do is soul retrieval. Even on here, I'm helping you pull back the energy. So that's what I mean. It's like, there is such a thing as it's too much. It's why, like, if somebody was wanting, I mean, I'd be in the fucking money if someone wanted to do that. But if somebody was wanting to come and get a soul retrieval from me, like, more than, you know, like, say they done it once and then like 2 weeks later they were back for another one, I wouldn't do it with the same person, because I always leave at least 3 weeks, but really, because that's what happened to that woman. Like, I've cleared all this spell work, and because that's what I'm always doing these videos, and it's not just a reading. It's like, that's what I'm doing here as well. And then she's not watched it, but she's felt the effects of it, and she hears me telepathically. And then it's like, when she's watched it, it's validated the experience. So it's really quite amazing. It's what happens to you all the time next, isn't it? It's like, you hear me telepathically, and then you watch it, and it's like, but I can tell, I'm like, she's heard me, but she's not watched that. It's like, but this is where the world's all going. Like, I believe we'll all be like that one day, and probably pretty soon. But yeah, it just might be a bit much. But again, everyone use their discernment. But because it's literally that karmic one has helped people escape abusive relationships, like that alone. Like, people that haven't even done sessions with me. So that one really was a gift. Like I said when I done that one, I was like, this is the kind of stuff I would do for like paid content, but when I'm told to do what I do it. Because I go to sleep at night every night being really happy that I've helped people escape abusive situations with that. And like people that are hooked on drugs and that, I'm sure somebody told me that they sent it to their friend that was like, there was somebody that was grieving, there was somebody that was hooked on it. It's mental. So yeah, send it to your friends. Even if they don't like all the other stuff. That's a bit of a shame. I've sometimes felt like I need to have a separate channel that's not as like, you know, out there. But then, nah, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't need to watch other stuff, but I'm not hiding who I am. That would be a bit disjointed. Right. I love the commitment though. I'm going to watch all 12. I'm just laughing at that. Right, now wait a minute. This is an important bit. What are you saying about staying awake? Because let me read it first before I comment, because that always gets me on a rant. Because you're not meant to stay awake. You're doing the journeys. Did you stay awake, Nathan? Yes, I stayed awake and I will do so to prepare for the actual session a month or so. Right, so Nathan, see with that, nobody, never mind just Nathan, everyone, don't try to stay awake, because if you're trying to stay awake during those videos, that would be like you coming to pay for hypnotherapy with me and trying to stay awake. Do you know what I'm saying? It's meant to relax you. So it will go into your subconscious. But again, it's like, I don't know if you are just kind of, I was going to say nosy, but if you are kind of interested, because, you know, when I am doing cards and that as well, if you want to hear the messages there, then yeah, you could try to stay awake. But generally speaking, there's no reason why anybody should be trying to stay awake. Like, it's not like you get a gold medal for staying awake. If anything, I give people a row for doing it. I don't give them a row, but it's meant to relax you. Don't forget the 3-week delay. It can be a whopper. What do you mean, the 3-week delay with the comments? Yeah, so basically, that'll be what I bet Michelle wrote that before I said it. Yeah, so basically, it's just really weird. It's like, so say it literally seems to be 3 weeks from the day. Something big always happens. Like, it's like, you know, somebody gets a job, or they finally leave the situation they've been trying to leave for like months or years, or like something miraculous happens, or it just what's meant to happen. You just get all your energy back. But some people actually feel like they've got their energy back like right after the session. So it's this that, and that's where it's a little bit like, it's like hypnotherapy. It's different for every person. That's what I kind of love about all of this. It's like I'm actually somebody that stuff like that works really, really slowly with me, unknowingly. But when it clicks, it clicks. Like when I done it for tidying stuff up, I thought it hadn't worked. But then about a year into doing it, well, actually, fuck. I'd be lying if I said about this room. This is not tidy. But generally around the rest of the house, I do keep it a lot tidier. And it was because of hypnotherapy. I'm very tired, Charlotte. How are you? And I'm going to do your cards after I read these comments. Do you want your cards today? Because you donated the other day and I didn't do them. Mine are awake, but I've delegated to the karmic. I'm sorry. That makes me laugh when you say that on here. Look at how many other people are like on their, you know what I mean? Referring to other people like that. It's intense energy, isn't it? It's Taurus moon. It's like double Taurus. So it's very ground. That's why I'm sleepy. Taurus is sleepy. I'm sleepy. Falling asleep to free through me. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't ideal, but when I did that, to caveat, I can't say that word, I was in the membership. I used to be doing the work, wasn't a virgin. Yeah. So that's a good point. Yeah, if somebody is used to because it is, again, I'm not saying that to be up myself. It is just true. And again, some of these women have been in my membership groups or done group Zooms with me or intense work, and they're used to it. But mind you, with Chiron and Scorpio, Nathan could probably handle it. So just you do you, Nathan. You come back like He-Man, like I am fully empowered. I've done them all twice. But yeah, it might be too much, being serious. It's like kind of like when I say we can't do all the healing in one session. we can't do all the healing videos as well. It won't speed up the process, unfortunately. Because you've got to leave time to integrate. Yeah, kids are nights. I've sent loads of people specific journeys when I know they need them. Yeah. And yeah, because you always message me saying you've sent it to someone and it's I don't know if that's you. So there's somebody that always updates me and they're like, yeah, they burst out crying as soon as they watched it. Like I've heard that quite a few times from, and again, it's because it is powerful. It's like, it's clear, you know what I mean? It's, again, I keep thinking I need to rebrand something, because with that woman that I'm really close with that sent that, and then someone else, and it does remind me of another few that I done last year, where that was an interesting one, because when I done it was a bit the same. I was like, right, this is really kind of quite heavy, and again, it can feel very negative, and I don't have a clue because it's not my reading. Do you know what I mean? Like, and think about it, when someone's live, I can get, you know, it doesn't, they can kind of, well, actually, I don't care, actually, because even on here, like the delay and all that, and sometimes I don't look for like 30 minutes and I'm replying to things that someone said an hour ago. But those ones that's how I started doing it. And they're a bit, I was going to say scary, but they're not scary. It's just, because the thing is, when I done that women's ear, I just done it, and I never watched them back. Like, do you know what I mean? I never watch people's face. Who's got fucking time to do that? Do you mean, I don't know what it's about anyway, so it's not gonna make any difference. I can't check that it's right. I only know when the person tells me. So it's like, but I remember the feeling, and I was just like, God, this is really fucking heavy. And I felt heavy after it, and it's because it had, you know, a lot of the people that choose to book a private unlisted YouTube video, it's like I'm clearing major black magic on every single one. And so if you're wondering, you know, that's what's good about it, right? So even if you know me really well and you've had sessions with me live or whatever, if you are suspecting there's someone around you that you can't trust, the best thing to do would be not to tell me anything and just book, you know, the 30-minute one or the hour. I might just take the 30-minute off, to be honest, because when people book that, I end up making it longer. But I think I'll just have the hour one and the 90-minute one. And I think they might end up taking over my Zoom sessions, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? Because I do like them, because I can do them in my own time, and people do like to, anyway, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, book one of them and let's just see what brings through, because that's what that women's was like. And it was only because and I don't think she watches these, it was only because I'd felt this really, like, that's the bit I can say. I'd felt this really strong pull to just tell her I had a sale on. And I don't know why, because I never do that. Like, again, it's like, that's the kind of stuff that I'd advise you, if any, you know what I mean? It's like those fake people in the comments that are like, I'm feeling drawn to give you a reading and all this kind of shit. Like, it wasn't like that. It's somebody I was just kind of, oh, you know, I know you don't watch the YouTube, but just to let you know. Yeah, I was like, but no pressure, that is just to let you know. And yeah, she just booked it, and I was like, by the way, you don't feel like you need to or anything, but it was but unbeknownst to me, it was actually because she needed that. And I'm pretty sure she's worked that out from what she said back to me, you know what I mean? But again, that's somebody that's very used to me picking up on dark stuff. But yeah, that other one that I'm thinking of, I remember doing it, and it was difficult because it was like, yeah, I picked up on some real tricky shit. Just basically like people close around somebody that they've not got, you know, they've not got your back, and just watch your back, basically. And I actually did keep seeing somebody in my mind's eye, but I didn't, to the best of my knowledge, I might have, yeah, even if I know that it's like, I just kind of read the energy. And that person, I remember being like, look, if you don't know what it's about, remember, like, it's past, well, obviously it's past, you're going to know. If it's present, you're going to know. And if it's future, though, you're not going to know. But if you know me well, you'll trust me, right? The smart people. And that person, I can't remember really at the time, because again, that was somebody that I know well. It was like, they knew to help to hold it, but it was exactly, so whatever it was, whether she was like, I don't know what that was all about, but she knew to hold it. And I swear to God, exactly a month to the day I done it, she was like, oh my God. And I still never even watched the thing back, but it was word for word. I'd actually described a situation that happened 4 weeks after I'd done it. And, you know, it's about the fact that it's like she was more, although it was still horrible what happened, she was more prepared for what happened, and also letting go of the person because of, again, it's not just a reading, that's what I'm saying. It is a healing, that is a soul retrieval, it's clearing the shit. And so just that's all I could say. You know what I mean? It does frustrate me, but it's like, that's why I said to that woman too. I was like, because she sent me an audio, I was like, if you could write something as well, that'd be brilliant. But if not, I just say generally. But yeah, because it's this shit's happening all the time. Because the point is, if you've been psychically attacked in any kind of way, you're going to need a soul retrieval, right? You're going to need a soul retrieval of some kind. Now, my ones on the recorded playlist will help with that, and it might be enough, but it depends how psychically attacked you've been. And that's the thing that annoys me about other twin flame people in that. I said that weird. There's some people out there that I've caught being like, oh, you know, you don't need protection, and, you know, just, you know, do this and do that. And it's like bullshit. There are some situations, if you've been massively, massively psychically attacked under spiritual warfare, by all means, try all the other stuff. But all I'm saying is, if it's not working, if you've prayed, if you've meditated, if you've tried to do the stuff yourself, because that's actually one of the situations I'm talking about, if you've done all that, if it's not working, you need to come and actually have a session with me, and then we'll sort it out. And that's why I posted that review. Another one that was actually the last Zoom that I'd done, because that was the last Zoom I'd done. I think it was, and that was a few weeks ago. And that girl, she's brilliant. She'd actually even probably come on and say, but that's worrying, because she thought she didn't know what was wrong with her. She wrote it in the review. It's a brilliant review. She knew something was up with her, but it was completely different from what she actually thought it was. And what I'm basically doing is like, this is really intense, and I'm channeling a confused, but it's like, you know, and it's like, it's just, you're not really meant to use these words, but it's like deliverance, isn't it? Is that the word? It's like I'm clearing like I'm clearing like demons and dark energies. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's heavy energies. It's heavy energies. That's why I pray all the time. I pray for myself and I pray for you. It's so that's only for the people that if you've tried to do all the stuff yourself, you're not getting your energy back. Please book a session. If you're watching this and alarm bells are going off, book a session. A recorded one, that like what helped that woman, or a live one, but book a fucking session. Try the free stuff first, it might work, but if it doesn't, book a session. There we go, rant over. And you'd also be helping my small business, because really, if I don't start getting more clients, I'm going to have to quit this and go and do something else. I'm not going to have to do that, but you can tell I've fallen into the matrix a bit today. But I have had people inquiring about sessions, so that's a little bit more hopeful. But you see, that's the spiritual warfare on me. They're going for my mind. Fuck you, right? We need the sage. We actually do need the sage. It's because it's an eclipse, and this is actually, that is what it is. We really do need the sage. It's because it's an eclipse, and this is when people do shit like that. Motherfuckers, let's sage them away. Let's sage the shit out of them for me and for yous. That's my prayer. That's my type of prayer. Sorry, I've not even read the comments. I know you said it half an hour ago. Read a minute, right? I've done this before I came on, but I didn't use the sage. That's how important the sage is. Watch, you'll see my energy calm down after I do this. Is somebody else feeling stressed out right now here? Because I'm not stressed out. I'm tired, and it is the end of the week, and it is an eclipse, and it is Mercury retrograde, but when I get like that, it's like somebody else's shit. I already feel calmer. Right. I never stay awake, and it's a mission to wake me. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Charlotte fucking falls asleep. But you get a gold sticker, you see. You just float away to the other dimensions. That's the way to do it. Because the people that are like wanting to remember and come back, it's like you're too in your masculine. You know what I mean? Just fucking sink into the feminine and fall asleep and just be spontaneous. Sorry, I gave this chat to my pal earlier. Do you know what I mean? That's why we're like each other's yin yang too, because she's very sensible and practical and all of that. And I'm just like the fucking hot mess. Do you know what I mean? a lot of fun with it, right? So, and I always, I'm good with the feelings and the empathy and all that stuff, and lots of other stuff. I've got a very practical side too. I've got Mercury retrograde in Taurus. I can help other people with practical problems and all that kind of stuff. It's just sorting out my own is a little bit more stressful. I fell asleep to one of your lives the other night. Yeah, and so there you go. There's a brilliant example. That's why I say do not drive, and I'm not joking. Never ever drive or do anything that you concentrate with when you're watching me, because I am taking you higher, higher, and higher. It's like Ghostbusters, isn't it? Is that not in Ghostbusters? But except I'm not like, the guy coming out the painting that's fucking terrifying. Igor. I don't know what it would be the equivalent of. I suppose I'm the Ghostbuster. Yeah, I'm the Ghostbuster. Yeah. Or the shaman doctor, as people like to refer to me. But you can't use the word doctor. I'm sure there's probably some kind of rule against that. Right. Sorry, I need to read these, or it'll be like 45 minutes after you've all said it. You're all chatting, and I'm fucking like talking away to myself. Right. When Claire hypnotizes you, you think you're hypnotized, but that again, see, this is why I'm meant to be doing it live, because this is brilliant, because you're like, you're doing my business for me, actually. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, that is something that probably other people wouldn't say, but it's like, this is good that you are either sharing an experience of the ones on the channel or sessions, because that is true. Like Michelle, I think Michelle's saying there, you feel like you feel like it hasn't worked, but it actually has, because I'm not going to be modest. I am so informal and so good at doing that. I've given loads of stories of this before. Like, I do it to some of my best pals all the time that are really, I've probably done it today, but it's like, because like a lot of them are really practical and logical, and they, some of them are not really into all of this, but again, not in like a gaslighting way. Do you know what I mean? I've got rid of the ones that were like that. Not got rid of them, but they're not in my life anymore. Or it was like, or people that were kind of like really getting the benefit of it, but kind of stonewalling me and never really acknowledging it, but they were getting the benefit. I mean, these kind of people in your life, you have to just sift them out. That was actually what one of the readings I've done recently was about for someone. That's what I pick up on, if people are kind of using you a bit, and I pick up, because there's all stuff that's happened to me and still can. Boundaries, remember, badass boundaries, that's what I'm good at. But yeah, basically I'm very informal. I just slip it into the chat, It's that's how one of my best pals got her job, because she was going for loads of like interviews and all of that, and she was highly qualified for specialized stuff, which is what she's got now. And I was just like, she needs my help, but I don't want to force her to do it. And I just kind of basically put it to her. I was like, look, can I help you with this? Because again, she's helped me with so many times. She's fucking, saved my, I was about to say my life. I saved my fucking sanity many times. And and it was just the once. And again, I might never ever do a session where ever again. I wouldn't be surprised. But that was the one thing that she needed to do with me, and it's changed her whole life. Do you know what I mean? She got her dream job, which is made for her, tailor made for her, and she also got her dream house. Do you know what I mean? So. Thank you. Yes, if you have the energy, yes, I will, after I read these comments. So if you can wait about 2 hours, Charlotte, I'm joking. But see, I feel awake now. Do you see? I think they wanted, this is interesting. It's because it's an eclipse, and I'm not kidding. Psychic attack is at an all-time high. And that was stupid of me. Like, I did do my usual thing before I come on, but I didn't grab the sage because I was so tired, because I just carried all the fucking shopping up, and it's 4 flights. But now I feel, you know what I mean? I feel calm, and so, and I can feel funny stuff around my head, like healing. It's more funny when you start hearing her voice in your head giving a bit of cheek when you're out of alignment. Oh, I love that. I love that. And I always think it's funny too, because there's like people that like aren't in my life anymore. And it's kind of like they'll have that too. That must be really annoying if they don't even like me anymore or that. And it's like, because I even think like previous friends of mine will still be like, what would Claire do? There was somebody that used to say that to me all the time. They're like, I always stop and be like, what would Claire do? And now you'd be like, yeah, but change it to what would you do? Do you know what I mean? Or what would Claire mirror back for me? Because that's the point, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a lot of things I would do that lots of you wouldn't do. Do you know what I mean? I just listen to the person and hear what it is they really want to do. And then if they're going by the limiting beliefs and what their mum and dad told me to do, or what their best pal, or what, because again, do you know what I keep getting? That I keep getting drawn to so many things about that remind me of that Pretty in Pink film. So I don't know who it is out there, right? But there's somebody connected to this channel that your friend must fancy your twin flame, because that's what I get from that film. I always, every time I mention it, I always mention about the friend that is so horrible about the love interest, but it's because he tried it on her first and she told him to fuck off. She didn't. It was somewhere lukewarm. And so he absolutely manipulates and gaslights the guy throughout the whole fucking film, bullies him really, until the guy works out at the end. And I just always, I'm like, someone must be in that situation on here, because it's like they keep showing me things that are very, I keep seeing other channelings that are very similar. It's like either like, you know, well, there's some really mad ones out there as well. Like, you know, I think I seen one the other day that was like the fucking, oh, I don't know. It was something, it was like your sister or your mum or something's falling in love with you. And I was like, this is taking it too far, guys. But I mean, that might be the case for some people out there. I just don't know. But that one is particularly, there's definitely people out there where it's somebody in your life. It can even be like a cousin or a a best friend or somebody close around you has been putting you off. That's what I think I was listening to someone on the bus earlier too. It's like, and I finally listened to this thing that my friend had said to me the other day, and it was about very similar. That was more like you can either look at the burden or the blessing or something. And I'm definitely the kind of person that doesn't matter what the fuck goes down in my life, and even when it's really challenging stuff, I'm always able to find the bright side somehow. And I'm definitely able to help other people do that. It's normally really, really serious stuff. Do you know what I mean? Right, I need to get to the bottom of these comments. That annoys me when it takes me ages. Ooh, snuggled up next. Sounds like I've risked coming down to the sofa, but did wake at 2:50 this morning on the sofa. Oh, I don't like when I wake up at that time. That's like before 3 o'clock. It's like when the dodgy folk are doing shit. Last time I was aware I was 10:30 and I was watching. You said that the other day. What is maths? What that? Oh, Married at First Sight. I just got it. Yeah. I only watched a couple of episodes of that once. I did quite like it. I don't watch that. I just love like reality. I watched the whole of like it's a spin-off of a reality show, and it's like them and their family. And I watched like about 5 episodes in a row the other day. It's the biggest load of shite, but I think it's my Sarge Moon. I just like to escape into someone else's life for a while. I once thought I couldn't be hypnotized yet. Everyone always thinks that. I've never had somebody that I can't hypnotize yet. So bring me a challenge. I like a challenge. If you've noticed, that's what this whole fucking channel's became about. That's like climbing Mount Everest. I once thought I couldn't be hypnotized, but after several years of trying to train my subconscious or trying to contact my higher self, I think I'm ready to go to, yeah. And that'll be why you're getting drawn to do one-to-one work with me, and why you're liking being around here, Nathan, because I'm the same. Like, you know, I still listen to hypnosis on YouTube, like every night. Like you have to, like, well, sometimes if I'm really tired, I might give it a miss, but you have to, especially if you've got stuff around money and that. Like, I never make a secret about that it's like, I think I know that one of my limiting beliefs was how my life was going to change and how all the people around me would change, if I became a success. Well, I'm not being fucking funny, but that happened about 2 years ago. So what's the fucking problem now, limiting beliefs? But it's not. Then I worked out it's because it's what I clear in other people. There's so many people that want me to fail. And it's, so if you don't want me to fail and you want this business to survive, book a session. But don't just do it because I'm like, oh, but like seriously, like I'm being serious. Because then those people won't be winning. But I think it's things always get busier May, June forwards. Yes, my yogi friend burst. So I say that all the time. I'm going to say it again. Anybody that is coming up against a wall against things, you just, keep reprogramming your subconscious. It clicks for different people at all different times. It might happen to you faster. It happens really slow for me. I mean, technically I need to change that affirmation, but it's just the fucking truth. It does. But when it works good. Like I literally will be like I'll just change overnight one night with certain things in my life. 100%. I know that. I've seen it. I've seen the visions of all of this. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Yeah, my yogi friend burst into tears as no one had energetically held her in the way you do. Oh my God. It's what she gives others. You're the healer's healer. Yes. Thank you. That's really lovely. Claire, I'm going to be honest. I'm a really wounded healer. Nathan, we all are. We all are. And I'll be able to handle it. Don't worry. The thing is, that doesn't surprise me. With Chiron and Scorpio, that's difficult. It is quite similar to the placement that I've got. Because, you know, like, see, when I tell other people that know astrology, my placements, they're like, how do you get, like, I've said this before, but they're like, how do you handle that? Like, they say it to me like it's a really bad thing. And I'm like, well, I just didn't run away from it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's why I'm good at helping people. Well, it's one of the reasons why, well, it's my calling, but it's why I understand both the twin flame runner or divine masculine and the twin flame chaser. Although we don't like to refer to that around here because I didn't chase people very much. I did in the energetic, but it's like, do you know what I mean? I wasn't fucking like, love me. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't doing all that shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if there was something that really called me to do it and there was a feel, you know, I would and I have, but don't fucking chase somebody that's ignoring you, even if they do love you. Have more self-respect for yourself. They'll come back when they're ready. That's what makes you good. Yes, exactly. That is what makes you a good healer. Awareness. To be able to say that in front of others. It's humble. You know, like that is the one thing, like I'm funny when I watch myself back. Like if you didn't know me very well, like because half the time I'm telling you what I'm really good at because I am really good at certain stuff. And if I don't tell people, how the fuck are they going to know? But more, it's better to show. That's what I'm saying. It's good when you are chatting and sharing things like this because it's going to be better than me fucking blowing my own trumpet. But I'm not blowing my own trumpet because I'm channeling the energy. You know, I have just worked very hard on myself to become a crystal clear channel. I worked very, very hard on it. And that's why I always say to people, you know, don't compare your day one to somebody's, you know, end of the book going on to the next book kind of thing. But if you're able to say things like that in front of other people in a live chat, that is a good sign of a good healer. Because I'm certainly not perfect. None of us are. But if you're just honest and aware and, you know, and recognizing when some, you know, that is the biggest thing in my work. It's like I said, and like I say, some people go in a huff with me, but it's recognizing when people are becoming a bit too codependent on you. That's been a difficult thing for me, but because they can think I'm just going in a huff with them, but I'm not. I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like you need a bit of breathing space. It's like why I said I wouldn't, even though some people would because they'd want the money. It's like I wouldn't let somebody, oh God, I feel naked. I've not got my rings on. I took them off because it was digging into my, oh, is it? Oh, it's 444. Yay. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You should never, it was like, I remember, you know, there was one woman as well that always sticks out to me that basically she was asking about, well, she just told me that she'd be getting reading after reading. And when she came to me and said that, I was like, you do not need another reading. You need healing, you know. And I think she wrote a review somewhere that I'll try and find it. That was a few years ago, but it's true. And I really do think I feel like I'm the last resort for people like that because I can notice that cycle happening again. It's like people kind of circle back around to me. And I used to get really fucked off it, if I'm honest. I used to be like, why didn't they just see my work? Oh my God. I've just realised the synchronicity about the twin flame journey, I have to say. But you know, it's true. I'm like, why the fuck did they not see that I was a real deal like 2 years ago when you found me or 6 years ago? But it's just the way it is about, I think it's with my, like, that's why I have to tell people about what it is I can do, but I have to mix it with the, you know, people actually saying it, whether it's on the videos or you, because Scorpio rising is very hidden. It's not like a Leo rising. Like if I had my niece that was here today, my oldest niece has got Leo rising. Those people will just get the clients like really easily, and it'll just all, and it's just, yeah, you won't really need to do much if anyone's watching this. And if you're not having that experience, come and book and I'll look at your chart and I'll work out why not. But Scorpio rising, it's a bit different. Like, it's I do experience it. It's like people bypass you a bit and they don't realise your worth until it's not too late, but until it's a lot further down the line. But like I always say, I do even think with that, it's like it's going to be, I don't know, I just think it's going to be like, whether you call it rags to riches or an overnight sort of thing, it's going to seem like that to people that know me well, but it's not. I've fucking worked really, really hard and I'm exhausted now in every fucking area of my life. But you got to keep going. I do have a rest too, though. And that rest is coming after I get off here tonight. But I might stay here for a while because it's the last one. I might miss it tomorrow. I might be like, I want to do it, but I'm not going to, because the Virgin Media. But even if the Virgin Media wasn't here, I wouldn't do it because I need to tidy this room. Can you just all pray for me to tidy this room? And then maybe that will actually, maybe I will end up doing it. I should watch my journey that I filmed in the Aries moon. That did help me tidy up once. See, I don't want to watch, that's what I mean. I don't want to watch myself back. I watch these back to see what the fuck I said, but I don't want to watch the ones that I will watch that. I'll do it because whenever I have done it, it does help me because it's my own voice. Anyway, right, okay, so let me read the rest of this. I reckon we need the rattle. Yeah, you might be right, actually, except you're going to people are going to go mental because you won't be able to hear it. I'll go and get it in a minute. I think I got a new lot of psychic attack tonight. Whereabout? Oh my, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you that I'm feeling. Were you here when I said that? That I felt like, were you here when I done the sage? Because I did say I felt there's somebody on here that I'm picking something up about. I get psychic attacks, but other things that you will with Chiron and Scorpio. I get psychic attack about other things. People are least of my concern in spiritual warfare, unless the black magic is particularly potent. Yeah, you see, that I'll be interested when I talk to you because you talk about like you do seem to. You're definitely pulling in your past life shaman there because you just seem to get it like I do. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know how much people, other than the people that have heard me talk about it loads and actually really listened and get it. It's because that's why I always feel I have to say, especially for people that are only just kind of waking up a little bit, black magic and spell work is also gossiping, manipulation, lies, bullying, gaslighting. This is things I've helped people with recently with these feedback from these readings. It's like I say, every time I do one of these recorded readings, it's always stuff like that. It's so weird that I'm a twin flame healer, but I don't spend my time doing like, oh, your twin flame's coming tomorrow, or, it's taking a bit of time and it'll be here in 3 weeks. Or these are not the ones that I do, which is weird because I've got all the cards to do that. And I mean, if somebody asked me for that, I would do it, but I would give the warning that I've given publicly that having been on the receiving end of amazing readings or saying all this amazing stuff, and I do believe that they will be true one day. Some of these readings were like a couple of years ago. And it's not happened. But again, I'm not saying it's wrong. But it's just kind of like, don't keep getting them and hearing the same stuff because that could be happening like fucking 2 years from now. Do you mean time's an illusion? So once you've kind of got enough there and you feel it's resonating, I would go for healing. Heal it that. And that's why I suppose they got me to say that about that woman, because that person that I'm talking about got reading after reading after reading after reading, like, and cheap ones too. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had another woman in a membership, in one of my memberships at one point, and she'll laugh. I bet you she watched. I'm just laughing. I'm like, I think she does watch these, but doesn't talk. So hello, you know who you are. She'll know who it is. But it's kind of like, because I'm so blunt and got a close relationship, definitely when people were in my memberships, I'd be like, look, stop. I'm being careful not to say people's name, but I'd be like, look, stop doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd be better just stop buying the wee shitty £40 ones, right? And just get like a big one with someone that you trust. Like, I don't know, quarterly, or like, you know, like Marie wrote an amazing review once, and I think like, I mean, Marie's ones are, she won't mind me saying this, but like Maria watches it, her ones are funny because it's just kind of like, you know, she helps you keep your shit together. And it's like, I do like to share that one quite a lot because it's the way that, so Marie, if you're watching this, I'm complimenting you, that it's just straight to the point and it's not too long and it's exactly what people want to know. And that is exactly what Marie does. Like Marie books things in me when she's guided to, and it's always right at the right time. But that's everyone. But do you mean it's kind of like if you're somebody that does that, you're just getting loads of readings all the time. You're getting, because that's like, you know, I think that's kind of someone getting a bit addicted. It's kind of like what I said about, like, look, I'm totally transparent about the fact, you know, my addiction, which I think I've got a handle on it, would be YouTube. And I know it's an addiction because it's like I don't even really want to fucking watch the video, but it's like I have, and I'm like, what the fuck? And now I have to stop myself and put an audiobook on or something because it's exactly for the reason that I just said. Like, you can get hooked on, and that's why I think there's a lot of people, God, I'm going on a right rant tonight, but it's like that's why there's a lot of people that bash the twin flame journey because it is very real. And when you're on it, you know that. But if you get hooked on thinking that person's weekly reading is what's going to happen that week, I'm sorry, but it's not the case. Like, from me being on the receiving end of these things for, I think 6-7 years, like I said, I was there long before there was loads and loads of people. I've also, and like I said, yeah, and I've said that before, but I also have experienced readings from big channels as well that told me really questionable. Well, basically, I can think of 3 people. It was quite a few years ago now, but 3 people, and yeah, it was weird. It was like they knew who I was, and they were not good. But they get a lot of attention on, like, so it's, yeah. So just be careful. You know what I mean? It's nice people, but it's like I felt it was energy at some points. It was energies working through them to hold me back. Anyway, I went really shadowy there again. I kind of like it when I do that. It's quite liberating. But yeah, the point is, it's like, just do the healing. The best thing you can do is do the healing. Like, a reading is great if you really do. Like, I like a reading when when I think there's somebody around me I really can't trust, and I want to go to somebody that does what I can do. And it just, when somebody tells me back what I already knew, but about serious stuff like that, and so that I don't gaslight myself, that's when I need a reading personally. But any other time, like I said, as long as I've had enough things coming through, but again, I can do that myself, my own cards, but it is nice to hear it from somebody else that you trust as well. I mean, but that's what hopefully you see me as when you do this. But yeah, anyway, that is all. Yeah, everything I say is meant to be heard, so I get what they're saying, but I'm like, oh, that's funny. It's funny when I'm like, I think the energy is going to be different to what I say, but it's like, it is all stuff that I have been thinking about the whole of this year, really. But that's why it's like I prefer to do the collective ones with these cards when we feel like it, because you can just take what resonates and leave the rest. And I need another saying. Everyone says that. I don't like saying the same things as other people. My one is, it'll hit you in the heart. But what can I say that's like the equivalent of that? I don't know. I'm sure I do say something that's similar. Right. I've just picked these ones up. I've just picked up the chatty cards. Charlotte, I always think of you when I pick up these. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, don't forget to like the live if you haven't. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I'm not being funny, but I've said this to folk before. Like, see, when I'm in the money, I need to hire people. And if you are looking to be part of a team, then but you won't be. You'll be following your own twin flame missions and your own things. But I'm just saying, it's like I will be interviewing people that I trust. But I'm not near it right now. I managed to get stuff to the charity shop today. Oh, that is a win. Like, I'm not good at shit like that. My mum says all the time, "Have you filled the bank up for charity?" I'm like, "No, mum, this is stressful." And I was like, "I gave a whole lot of shit away." Stresses me. I need a lot of warning. I don't like letting stuff go. Clearly, also, that's what this channel's about too, isn't it? That's what we're all here for. We just couldn't fucking let someone go. But we do. We do let them go. We get on with our lives. We keep the door open. Don't keep the door open. Don't keep the actual door open. Keep the energetic door open. Like, I'll just leave the door on the latch. Don't do that on an eclipse. There's people out there that with bad energy. Only taking me several months. Sending cleaning vibes for your room. Thank you. I really fucking need it. I was. By the way, this is like New Year too, so there is really New Year. No, Michelle. Thank you for saying that, but I have done these things in the past, and it really hasn't worked out for me at all. So it's like I really, and I would like said, and I've said that to people in the past that have helped me do that. It's like I want to get a place where I can pay someone to do that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate when people say that, because you're not the only person that said it, but it's never ever works out. I was here for the sage, and then, but what I was going to say is, like, with the people, you know, people that I trust that are you guys that are, you know, and there's other people, by the way, that I know you do watch, as we saw the other night. I'm still having the fucking fear, Angela, you know. Wait a minute, is it Angela? No, actually, Angela hasn't been on here for it. Angela, if you're watching chat, you know, you found your voice chat thing. But I know it was Angie. It was my dad's cousin, and she's giving me the fear because I'm like, oh shit, who the fucking hell else is watching this? See, other people would be like, yeah, and I'm like, no. It's burst by reality. It's burst up. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that, you know, if you are really needing my help, but your finances are in a really bad place, but I know, you know, but you know you've got a good relationship with me, like that. Again, I'm going to say it. People don't do it because it's, yeah. But just know that, you know, yeah, there's certain people that I trust that I know that you are actually going to pay me back one day. Not even one day. I've done that. I've made that mistake with folk too. But it's like I know that you're going to pay me when you get it. So if somebody does need the help, then, you know, don't wait, because you might be in a really serious situation where you need it now. And I feel there are people out there like that. But as my very practical pal said today, you know, that what would stop people bumping me is don't, you know, take the money before you do the session, which I do. I actually do, you know, but whenever I do make allowances, yeah, I've been fucked over. It's just, I'm sure there'll be reasons behind this stuff. What are you saying? I'm chatty. No, I think it was just because you like these cards. You know, when I used to like to do them, like you like them. Like I mean, these got dumped a little bit, didn't they? I mean, these were the exciting ones. And I hid who I really am from you. Well, we do a bit of that. It always reminds me of the bit of Inside Out when it's like, I die for you. What's her name? Riley. It is Riley, eh? I remembered this time. I die for you, Riley. And that's like her imaginary boyfriend in her head. Again, a little bit like the twin flame journey. Imaginary boyfriend, imaginary girlfriend, whatever you identify as, you know. Sorry, my humour's on point tonight. Right. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? That's what I mean. They are a bit addictive. They are. And so's all of them. Some of them are very triggering. Well, I go and get the triggering deck. Oh, I need the rattle. I don't know what we're going to do tonight, guys. We're just hanging out. You know what I mean? There doesn't always need to be a plan. I mean, people, it's maybe therapy Thursday, but this is one of these Thursdays I'm needing therapy, right? So you can just give back tonight. And Michelle, don't, by the way, I do hear you. I will email you. I will email you. Because if I was going to do it again, I would trust you. But I don't know if that would be me repeating a karmic lesson. And it's not that it's not so much to do with you. It's because it's not to do with the person. It's to do with the fact that I want to value, you know, I mean, I want to value somebody that's helped me. So it's like but I might just be, I'm probably better just finding what would make sense if I find an impartial person to do the things that take time for me, but I don't trust no fucker. You know what I mean? Did I say that out loud? That was like my shadow was like, no, you're not fucking doing that. I've got lots of proof of why, but I would trust you. Right, okay, let's where are those cards? Oh, the cards are good, yeah. I'm like, where's the lady when? Oh, that's me. It's a bit creepy because right now I'm looking at the screen and it's just a chair. That is quite creepy. Yes, but I was going to email you yesterday. I was feeling guided to, so. Oh, by the way, I found this on the floor. Tender embrace with 2 elephants. And I was like, I've never even seen this card before. I think I've seen somebody else pull it. This might be relevant. Tender embrace. Where's the book? This is just, honestly, this is just terrible. Right, so I'll drop you an email later tomorrow, Claire, regarding business stuff. Okay, yes. Yes, because I've said that to you in the past as well. You're good at stuff like that too. I mean, this is what I mean. All of yous, when I've spoke to yous on a Zoom before, I've identified with pretty much everyone on here because I've like, yeah, it's not quite there yet at all. Right. What am I gonna do? Still got the glasses on my head. I'm keeping them there. They're a hairband. I'm feeling quite fucking overwhelmed with this mess and I'm feeling quite ashamed of myself. Sorry, I just actually had to say that. I just had to say it. I think this eclipse energy is too much. Right, let's shake the rattle. Let's shake the rattle. Let's just take a wee breath, right? I actually think they want me to do a healing. Let's just do one of them. I'm actually starting to wonder if I should actually start every single live doing that. I think I am going to have to start because that's how I start every single personal session. Right, everyone that's not driving, close your eyes. Can everyone do that? As my lasagna keeps coming back on me, if you're seeing me, I'm transmuting energy, but my lasagna's coming back on me. Oh, Christ. I told you, I am a hot mess tonight. Do you know what I mean? I've got my glasses on my head and I'm like, what am I doing here? And there's alarms going off and everything. Right, everybody, close your eyes. Actually, just need to turn these alarms off. So if you want, you don't need to, but so that nothing interrupts. Right. Close your eyes and breathe in, telling yourself relax. Breathe out, telling yourself release. Oh yes, and I've just realised it is the eclipse. So this is where I've been tricked into doing that. That's fine. It must be because it's this energy. They want me to do this, right? Okay, breathing in, telling yourself relax. Breathing out, telling yourself release. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, release. I'm doing this one as much for myself as you. And I want you to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And this cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energies or entities, and particularly any black magic spell work. I don't usually say that, but that is what I mean when I say the other bit, but I'm really putting that in there. Anywhere where anybody's put any kind of dark stuff like hexes or I say this every day, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I can't roll it off the tongue. That's really interesting. What do I say? Yeah, any kind of binding spells against you doing well in some area of your life, or you, the big one is you and your, like anyone where anyone's done something. But remember, please protect me when I'm doing this too. Send love to me, because there'll be people that will not be happy that I'm doing this. But anyone that's sending anything like that, that's stopping you and your true twin from being together as well. It's like I said, spell work, black magic, that can also just be people spreading lies or anything like that about either of you to each other. Anything like that. And then, of course, anything that isn't directly related to you and your twin flame, but they're getting me to say that because that's what's really happening. So you could have closed my eyes and it's really flowing through now. That is what's happening right now, is there's a huge amount of black magic and really dark spell work going towards twin flame unions, and particularly if one of you or both of you are seen in quite a big way. I've witnessed it out there online, and it's anyone that's even just like, yeah, being seen in a bigger way, which can include being on your, there's a lot of confusion spells and all this kind of stuff, and like I said, and I think it is something to do with the rituals that people do around an eclipse. So they've kind of tricked me into doing this, but that's absolutely fine. Isn't it funny? I undo the tricks that the dark people do, and it's like I've been tricked by my guys to get on to do, but it's good because it needs to be done. Right, so, and remember, when I go into chat like that, I'm still channeling, I'm just listening to what they're saying to me, so some of the stuff I might not say, but... Right, so I want you to imagine that cloud of mist, the spell and all of that I just said, so it's falling over the top of your head. Clearing all of that energy that we don't want, anything that we're aware of or anything that we're unaware of that's been projected at us. Any of the collective energy, any of your own negative thinking as well, because that can be stopping people. And I just want you to imagine that cloud of mist falling down over the top of your head, over your upper chakras, your higher chakras, the soul star chakra, the crown. And again, if you know, whatever you link to these, again, I've got my own feelings about what they are, and you hear that in Mother Journeys, but I like to imagine crystals usually, but again, you might see different colours, you can change it to anything you see. Just be aware of what you see, actually. But yeah, imagine a crystal spinning at the soul star chakra, clearing and balancing all that energy there. And then a crystal spinning at your crown chakra, clearing and balancing the energy there. And again, you can do, if you're in a hurry, you can do this really quickly as well. Again, I keep meaning to do a quicker one, because every time I try to do a quick one, it's not quick. But you get what you need. The people that are meant to get what they need, get what they need. But I will do a quick one at some point. So the energy is now going over the third eye as that cloud of mist falls over your head, helping with any stress, just overthinking, negative thinking. And like I say, anything that anyone is projecting at you to do, because I do feel that's going on. I can feel that's been going on for me, and it's going on for some of you as well. So we're just transmuting that, and then going over your third eye, specifically opening your third eye to what you couldn't see before. So anyone around you that's similar to what I've been getting feedback about lately from some of these readings I've done a while back, anywhere where you're not seeing some of these hidden motives or intentions, like we're putting that intention there that you will begin to see the people around you that you can and can't trust. But again, be prepared for that to shock you with some people. So if you don't want that to happen, just, you can say a wee silent prayer to yourself, you don't want that to happen. So say I didn't warn you. I've had it happen to me and it ain't pretty. It's kind of shocking, actually. So now the energy moves down over the throat chakra, cleansing, clearing and balancing your throat chakra of anywhere where you feel like you can't speak up for whatever reason. Anywhere where there's any blackmail going on actually as well. I'm hearing there as well. So anywhere where somebody has used words against you, like threatening that they're going to tell somebody something if you don't do something or do something, is what they're saying. This is like kind of when you're eight of swords kind of energy, when you're trapped in your mind. And then that energy moves down over the higher heart chakra, recalling Saint Germain, the violet flame, to cleanse, clear and delete any previous requests that no longer serve your highest good, to make way for what will serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved across all time, space and dimension, timelines, all versions of self. And we also put that out there for your true twin flame as well, if they're open to the healing. And again, like I always say, the soul is always going to be open to the healing. It's the ego that might not be. Quite a lot of time would be. So, but again, when you break it down, if somebody's in a painful or challenging situation, they're going to want that healing. But that's the bit that the ego would say no, the soul would say yes. I'm sure you'll know that. So now the energy goes over the heart chakra, pulling in that unconditional love for exactly where you're at on your journey. Knowing, and for that, they're saying they can keep right exactly where you're at on your journey, and exactly where your twin flame is at on their part of the journey as well. Pulling in that unconditional love, knowing that you're worthy and loved right now, right now. My words are going right. This is what I mean. It's like it's Mercury retrograde, yes, but this is also the energies at me that don't want me to get this out. So I'm going to keep persevering through it. It's wherever you're at right now, you're loved, you're worthy, you're where you're meant to be. Some of you are in a dark night of the soul. It won't last forever. It feels like it when you're in it. It won't last forever. Give yourself the time that you need. Give yourself the time that you need to recover, because I pulled the recovery card earlier. Give yourself the space away from the noise of other people to work out what it is you want and what it is you want to do, not what other people think or feel you should do. And so now the energy moves down over the solar plexus, pulling all your power back from wherever you've knowingly given it away or unknowingly. We call back your power. And I want you to imagine, as I'm doing that, I'm seeing like it's like golden light just coming back to you, to your stomach, to your solar plexus, just golden light. And it's like symbolic of wherever you've just given wee bits of power away and probably not even realised. It's all returning to you. Make you feel stronger and happier and more in control. And also, though, able to let control go where you need to, because that comes through all the time. You've got to learn to loosen the reins and let go and let God a little bit, some of you. And again, this stuff all goes for me as well. And so now the energy moves down over the sacral chakra. Again, oh, right, this is never good when I get to that. Right. Now I need the rattle. So again, I don't think you can hear the rattle. So keep your eyes closed, but I'm just going to, so that won't interrupt you because I don't think you can hear it. So I'm going to shake the rattle around. Right, okay. And I just feel there's something, I just feel guided to actually, when I put my hands on myself, so you can't actually see this, but I'm putting my hands at my hips there and I'm sending healing to, this is many people, but this is wherever people have been, like their energy's been harvested or attacked, like through sex and stuff like that. And it doesn't even need to be through, it can be through, okay, they're going deep tonight, but it's true, it's no pun intended, but it's like the astral, so you've got to be careful about these certain energies that can appear in you think you're having a bit of a, you might think you're having a bit of a racy dream with your twin flame, but it could be like an energy in disguise. So you really got to be careful. What I always say to you, again, it's like I was always taught to look into the, whether you think, whether it's your, well, I was going to say whether you think it's your twin flame, whether it's your twin flame or an animal, you know, a power animal or something, look into their eyes and see if you can feel that unconditional love. But yeah, this can be like through all the things that are just thrown at everyone in the world, like porn and all that kind of stuff as well. It's these entities like get through everything. I don't know, whoever that applies to, but it's like we're transmuting that with the power of the powerful energy of the eclipse. We're eclipsing that the dark energy that's holding people back, or stuck energy. And although the moon is in Taurus, it's still the new moon energy of the Aries energy. So, right. Right, okay, that was new, whatever they were getting me to do there. Right, okay, so now the energy moves down to the root chakra, and we're asking for grounding. And again, I'm asking for grounding, calm, balance, justice. Where are they telling me that? They're telling me justice in your finances. Like, again, this is for the people that it's like there's people out there that have been attacking some of us in that way. It's something to do with hiding, you know. It's like that's like kind of like what they're talking about. It's hiding you. Yeah. That's why I was saying that earlier. Okay, right. I don't know that spell. It makes sense to whoever it's maybe made sense to. Right. Okay. So now that energy is all gathering down from your hips, down over your thighs, down over your knees, down over your knees are about worthiness, down for your legs and out for your feet, and out from your feet grow roots of the tree, growing down, 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 all the way down, carrying all that energy. So this is all the stuff that I've been channeling as a mixture of all the people that are watching this live or on the replay, no matter how long you're watching this in the future or whatever. We're just sending that all down. So if it's on a personal session, it would be more personal, the stuff that comes straight to you. So again, like I always say, hold space for our brothers and sisters, because there's some serious fucking attacks going down on the sacral there for quite a lot of folk. And I just was doing some light language there silently and stuff, and it was like, again, it's like I don't tend to do that stuff on here because again, it's it's not really my way. I just sort of bring the light language through, and I don't even call it that a lot of the time with my way, the light codes and the way that but anyway, I was being guided to do that there. So right, so now we cut the cords of fear, lack, and negativity, the old earth. I'm going to shake the rattle again so that you can hear it. Archangel Michael, and then we attach new strong cords to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your own inner masculine and feminine energy within. So meaning that you know when to receive, you're better with your boundaries, and all the other stuff that I can't be bothered channeling right now. But we want to pull up from the new earth. You pull up whatever it is you personally need as you're listening to this. And I'm genuinely setting the intention that we're pulling up strength and calm and empowerment, basically whatever we've lost and whatever people are trying to like the word harvest keeps coming to me, whatever it is people are trying to harvest at this time from us, where we're pulling back our energy to make sure that doesn't happen. And I can feel so much healing go into the heart chakra area if you're open to it. When I'm saying my back is on fire right now, it's usually where it goes. But I'm just going to sit quietly while I'm just going to give people the time to just sit quietly, and whether you want to call it praying or setting an intention for what you need help with. And I'm just, again, I'm holding my hands up and sending you healing for that. And then, so keep your eyes closed, and I'll, my hands are really tingling as well. And I'll, when I talk again, I'll bring us out of this. So just sit quietly, and I'll just talk when I'm guided to. I'm drawing out some dark stuff, by the way. Like, seriously, it's like I can't, I'm describing it for people. I feel like someone's interested in hearing this, but it's like, it is like I've always described this for years like this, but it is like in the Green Mile. Like, when I'm actually with someone in person, I just need to hover my hand over someone, like a shoulder or something, and it pulls it up. And right now, when I'm holding my hands, because I wondered why I always say that I don't need to hold my hand, but it's like I'm just feeling, I'm pulling a lot out that shouldn't be there, basically. So it'll be interesting to hear if anyone can actually I don't know. I'm feeling like some people might actually be able to feel, if you're feeling like a drawing out, but I don't know. You don't necessarily need to be able to feel it, but sometimes people do feel it. So we'll see when we open it anyway. Jesus, that's pretty heavy. Like, oh God, isn't it? Yeah, and now I'm knocking stuff over. And the card that's just fell when I've knocked cards over it is a union card. This is an attack on twin flame unions. And that is, yeah, okay. We're gonna need to get the cards that deal with the dark stuff. I'm just gonna light a bit of sage. So that'll be enough time that you set your own intention, and I'm just going to bring us back and then do a bit of detective work. So keep your eyes closed. I'm going to count, oh, there's those cards. I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes wide awake, back on the Zoom, back on the YouTube. Don't know why I've done that, but I feel like it. So ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes. 1, opening your eyes, wide awake. I've still got my glasses on my head. Yep, I'm just piecing it together now. Picking up the tender embrace on the floor. I'm sure there's a joke there somewhere. And then that union, when I knocked things down. So it's, yeah. So you're not keeping the lovers apart, right? The twin flame lovers that need to get together now, you're not going to be able to do that, whoever you are, the bad people out there. Of course, we just let people get on with their fucking Hollands, do you know what I mean? Anyway, yes, I was tricked into that, so it's all good. I knew there was a reason for me being on here. I think we need to, right, what do I want to use for this? Thanks for telling me to get the rattle, by the way. It's like, that was a good call. The rattle was needed. My battery didn't die. That's good. I felt it drop, right. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that, because I did feel that. For quite a few people. There'll be quite a few people that felt that will maybe saying in the chat. So I appreciate the people that do. And that's fine. I'm not saying that, oh, look, throat chakra. It's just it's the shy people. Do you know what I mean? And listen, one of my past selves is that shy person. So, oh yeah, they're just the goddess. Yes, they really are bringing out the high priestess. I mean, I've told you, I'm in major empress mode. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hey, what cards are we going to use here? for some reason, I do want to use these really triggering cards. Oh, they're triggering too. They weren't the triggering ones I meant though. They're all fucking triggering. It was when, where the hell are they? It was when my niece was in the, I moved them so she didn't draw on them or something. She should probably make some kind of, oh, there they are. She'd make some kind of creation, which would all be very lovely, but like, listen, I spent a bit of money on them. Do you know what I mean? We didn't. I was just crying myself to sleep. I wouldn't give it a now. Right, okay. Right, where are they? Are they under here? I've got activation at my crown now. Yeah, whatever that was about, it was strong. My solar plexus was bubbly and zippy. Oh, that was all your energy coming back. Yeah, it was really nice what I was seeing. I was seeing like it was like gold glitter, like a gold stream of light. Right, okay, so here's the ones that talk about spell work and that. The thing is, the job that I need people to do, you can't. It's like I actually just need somebody. I need somebody that I trust that I could just pay to come. Actually, I have got a. She would. I'm like, well, again, she would feel like you don't need to pay me, but like one of my friends is really good at that. I'm like, if you're watching, it's my pal that cuts my hair too. I need you to come and help. I'll call her tomorrow. This is just not okay. She would be horrified. Right, okay. It's not professional. That's from the Truman Show. This is not professional. Oh my God. That's how that. Wait a minute. That was funny. If you've seen the Truman Show, but that scene is when he is. Oh God, I knew it. I knew when I wondered why I hadn't channeled about it more. But do you know the scene I'm talking about when it's like he picks up the knife, or does she pick up the knife? No, it wasn't the magical masseuse. No, I've got quite a few friends that have got a Virgo rising that are yeah, it's when, he's really, so this is clearly about a divine masculine energy, regardless of gender, that has cottoned on that their karmic partner is not genuine in some way, because obviously they're all actors in the Truman Show, but and that's what she shouts out, "It's not professional," because it's like, oh, it's hard to explain. But anyway, so I need the cards. There's something about that. It's like somebody's realizing, whoever it is they're in a relationship with, or again, this could be past stuff. So if you're out of it, I'm channeling the moment you realize or something. But it's well, it's like waking up from a nightmare, or waking up from a dream, whatever you want to call it. It wouldn't be a dream if you woke up and realized people are lying to you. But that's basically what the Truman Show's about. Everyone is lying to him. Like he's been in a show all about him from the day he was born, and he was is it that he was adopted by the show, like I mean, the thing that freaks me out about the Truman Show is it is just so true to life for a lot of things. Like even when it's like the best friend is like, it's everything is real. Like everything that you see on the show is real. It's just all controlled. And it's like the way he says it is like, it's no big deal. It's just all controlled. It's like, oh yeah, like the world, we're just all fucking controlled. Anyway, right, let's see what this is about. Oh, look, there's the sexual energy. Too much concern with sexual matters. Look, for real though, that it won't be that for everyone. Like for some people that are feeling it at the sacral, it is this. I could be picking up on stuff that happened like way in the past. It doesn't need to be recent, but for some people, it is like too much concern with sexual matters. That feels like porn. Like I think there's no fucking secrets to me, right? I fucking feel it all. So I'm no. I might, it's your secret's safe. Everything in moderation. It feels like someone's maybe been overdoing that shit. I don't know. Or it's like being serious. It's like an entity has got through. Oh God, I mean, why are you making me talk about this? But it's true. It's like when I say when you're on these live streams with like thousands or millions of people. Like when I said when the Johnny Depp court case was on, these things are quite, I don't know about dangerous, but it's, you've got to watch your energy. Because like if you're really sensitive like me, you don't know what you're soaking up. Do you know what I mean? So whereas like, you know, if you resonate with me, just know that before I come on here, I always protect the space, which I don't say exactly what I do for a reason for the other people that are watching, but I always do that. And again, I don't always necessarily use the sage, but I think in these times I do need to, and that's why it was right beside me. But yeah, this is a sacred space. Do you know what I mean? It's a sacred circle, it's a sacred space. It doesn't mean other people can't neb in and watch, but it's like I said, that you're spectators. The people that are hating and spectating, you can keep doing it. You're gonna cause annoyances, and it's going to tire me, depending on how much shit people are trying to do to me. But can't stop, won't stop. And that's what again, like when you send actual love to me, it will transmute what the other folk send. So thank you. Okay, so I had a major heat release. Is that meant to be heart or heat? Oh, nice. Mega hot flash. Wow. I'm awake. Yeah. Well, it wasn't that long, Charlotte, but it's the first. Thank you, Claire. I remember the story I told a week ago about my twin listening to a black magic tarot. Oh, yes. Ah, so there you go. That could even be transmuting that for your twin through you. That's how it works. Sorry, I missed those comments. I read these ones and I missed them for some. I noticed that the other day, like when I was watching back, there's like, sorry if I ever miss your comments. It's like, again, I'm not perfect, but it's I don't know whether sometimes it might just be because I'm tired. It's probably because I'm in it will be because I'm in a bit of a trance as well. Well, a big trance when I'm on here, especially I've been talking for hours. But sometimes I think it doesn't show me. Weird, just had throat chakra choking. It's just let it come up. Let it come up. I'm a perv when it comes to my twin. Not to be gross, I need to change, I know. Nathan, you can tell me that on the private Zoom. I'm like, I'm wanting to dig in and ask what you mean, but it's because I was actually, do you know what? I think I was actually going to say it's like, you know, that's so weird. I was actually literally thinking about that earlier today. It's like twin flames are so real that unfortunately, like you can, depending on how linked you are, like some of you can actually, you can feel when your twin is having sex with someone else. And it's so, yeah, it's not nice. That's how linked you are. But again, that might be stronger for some than others. I sent some buckets of love made with a thread. Thank you. Appreciated. Got to dip. Thank you. Love and appreciate everyone. Thank you, Michelle. See you later. Right, let's see. So Charlotte, I will do yours. I just want to see. Tell us something about all the stuff I just said. Well, listen. See the attack on those unions, whoever that includes. It's not going to work because we've got diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, but I feel that is the gift of your twin flame. And then look on the bottom, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Wow. Oh my God, this might be the thumbnail. So that's basically them saying we've just done what we're meant to do, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Yeah, so the cobweb, again, cobwebs, it's like people are trying to stop these unions, these powerful unions. but they're not going to be able to. You're still going to be able to receive the gift of your union if this is speaking to you. And again, some of your unions are ages away, some of them might be very nearby. It's part of the fun of all of this, isn't it? I don't know about fun, but what else do we need to know? Hi. I feel like I need to go and pick up the golden pineapple. Fucking pineapple! We know what the fucking pineapple after I just fucking pineapple after I just said that. And by the way, can I just say, what do you think I'm having for my tea tomorrow? I'm not even fucking kidding. I bought a fucking ham and pineapple pizza for tomorrow. Reconciliation. Listen, it's for someone. And they're making me do the reading through my tea as well, apparently. That's fucking good. That's some powerful shit, by the way. See, eclipses are used for dark, black magic, hexes, spells, all of these kind of things. Some words that I probably don't even fucking know. But like I say, it's weird when I do that. For me, I reel off all the stuff I can think of. Like voodoo, that's another one. Again, it's all things that you think, oh, that happens away in other countries. It doesn't happen here. Yes, it does. Be very careful the things that you receive from other people. I tell that all the time. You know, it's, yeah. It was like once, right? Once I bought this really lovely crystal necklace. It had all different colours around it. And it was from a charity shop, right? And it was really nice, but I never felt guided to put it on because when I did, it felt weird. And I'd, you know, whenever I get anything like that, whenever I get anything from, like, buy anything from a shop or someone, yeah, or forget something of well, that is a shop, but you know what I mean? Like, just, I'll sage it all in that. But no matter how much I saged this necklace, it just kept not feeling right. And it's like, it must have been, someone must have done something to me because it was like, yeah. And it wasn't worth me kind of undoing that to wear it. I was just like, I just need to get the fucking rid of this. It's like as well, like whenever I've had stuff that has been given to me by people, even if it was given at the time with love, and then you're kind of not in your life anymore and that, it's like, it depends on what it is, but a lot of the times I'm like, nah. Or even just as reminders, that doesn't even need to be the hocus pocus bit about it, does it? It's like, it's like I can even think of, like, you know, if someone's giving me clothes or something and I'm just like, I'm just going to fucking think of that person every time I see this. I need to get this. I just need to get the fuck out of my house. Do you know what I mean? Like, just have a big purge of it all. So I think maybe me saying that somebody needs to, it's like underwear too. That's a big one. Like I remember there was a time in my life when I had to be like, I have to actually get rid of all of it, which is highly annoying. Do you know, and you're like, where are those fucking pants? And they're like, oh yeah, I had to get it. Do you know what I mean? It's, so I don't know who that's for. I mean, that's a bit TMI, but it is true if you think about it. Like, imagine you had a certain type of, I don't know, your lucky pants or something, and it's like, but all you see when you see that, you get the flashbacks and everything. It's not even funny. Get rid of that shit. Do you know what I mean? Buy yourself, like, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to fucking do that. I'm saying that for a reason. Some people wouldn't though. Some people be so frugal, they're like, I'm not fucking getting rid of that, right? Even though it's reminding me of that toxic person every time, I'm not getting rid of that expensive bra. Just do it. Auntie Claire says get rid of it now. It's usually Mama, but I said Auntie today because I was saying Auntie to my niece earlier. Auntie, Mama, Granny, call me what you want. Call me whatever you want behind my back. I don't fucking know, but I'm that telepathic. I probably can hear you. Right, what else? Dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. She doesn't look friendly either. I never get that that's a friendly woman. What about that woman? Don't go, you know, being suspicious of all the women with dark hair. Because that could have just been literally about me, like when I was talking about me being, but I want it that specific for someone. They're pulling me to stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. It could even be someone's twin flame has got dark hair. Either somebody watching this, your twin flame's got dark hair, or you've got dark hair. But I'm just going to see if that's a positive or a negative. What about the woman with dark hair? Heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, I thought that. This is somebody's twin flame has dark hair. and somebody is in heartache over what they no longer have. Strong emotion, passionate love, or hate, and that is twin flames. Hate's a bit strong, but I have said that before, like the feelings between twin flames when you're at certain bits of the journey, even if it's in person, that's going to be obvious. That would be like when you have arguments or whatever, and it'll be worse if you've not spoke about the fact that you're twin flames, or which will be a lot of people, you know. But even for the ones that you are in union and you do know your twin flames, that can go too, because it's not like, you know, that's what I mean, like, you know, I mean, I don't know because I'm not in union, but it's like from helping other people that are over all the years, and the more recent people that I spoke to, you know, when I said the other week, was that just last week, even if you know it, it's not you're going to sit and talk about twin flames all fucking day. Do you know what I mean? You have to actually live. You have to live the reality of it, what's manifested. And Taurus moon right now is that. It's grounding something into reality, which is what I feel I was doing there too, whatever that was. It was clearing it, but it felt like it was grounding. Because again, you know what I mean? That was the intention I was setting. Like, it was more I said it silently, but it was because I knew that's when it, you know, I'm going to have to, that's going to be interesting when I watch it back. Hopefully I don't fall asleep. I don't tend to fall asleep to myself, actually, unless I was actually watching one of those other ones. Like, I don't fall, I want to fall asleep sometimes watching these, but it's like, I want to see what I said. But it's, when I said I might say stuff silently, I said stuff telepathically about protecting the unions. Disappointment in some affair. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. That's hilarious. That, I know exactly. Look, firecracker, excitement. That is definitely an energy of the divine masculines that are heartbroken over what they've lost. And increase your efforts if you want to, whatever that just said. You'll be taken care of in difficult times. That's what we've just done. Celebrating fun, enjoyment, fire, strong emotion, passionate love. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and I've just picked up again, heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, I'm really feeling that quite strong. So let's get into the feely cards. Right, what is it that what am I bringing through here right now? I'm gonna fucking cry, guys. Seriously, because it's like I'm actually channeling the emotion of quite a few masculines right now, and I'm being guided to follow your heart. It will always know where to lead you. You are my best friend, and I cherished our friendship above all others. Sorry, that's actually. I want to contact our mutual friends to ask about you. I remember on the shorts that was funny when I was like, well, you better fucking, you know, do your homework there, because a lot of people haven't even got the same fucking friends. So I'd rather you didn't, actually. Like, specifically for me, if that's me, don't fucking do that. I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. Yeah, but seriously, that best friend one, that might hit you in the heart, particularly if anybody ever said anything remotely like that to you and then never said it again, and you kept asking them why they said it. That's quite specific, isn't it? Oh dear. Right. Moving on. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh. They used to light up my world. I see you in the face of strangers. You're always with me. We need to stop, Charlotte. You're right when you say they're too intense. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure that out before. I know now that it's true. Right. Hello. That's a bit creepy. That's actually creeping me out. That is literally what I said, isn't it? That I'm feeling somebody's heart will ache over what they could have had. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? Sorry, I don't know why that's so funny. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. I've just pulled it again. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure that out before. And now I know now that's true. Yeah. Okay. This is just too intense. This is this is the energy I've been feeling. It's like there's a lot of divine masculines that are really waking up and being like really getting something more than they got it before. And again, like I said before, if this isn't you, like I've said before, fuck knows, right? None of us really know. And even when you think you know, you probably don't, and it could be ages away or it could be really soon. I might pin that. No, don't you do that. I might pin that fucking shorts to the top because it was just true. It was funny. Somebody was like, I don't know, somebody commented something saying that's fucking hilarious. Like, do you know what I mean? She said, you're really funny. And I was like, it was quite funny, but it was true. It was like, could be fucking ages away. It could be really, who knows? Fuck knows, right? I'm just passing on the message. I came across my leavers book from school a couple of weeks ago, and my twin flame literally wrote that I was one of his best mates. Didn't remember it. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I'm just holding my tongue. There's something I want to say too, but I've said it before. Some of you probably know. I just think it's like, better not go in or I won't stop. Right, okay, so that card brings up a lot for me too. One of the only remotely nice things that mine ever said to me that was close to something like I love you. Right. And then never explained himself ever again. I just feel so intimidated by our connection. I can't get you out of my head. Yeah, well, I'm definitely picking up on a very strong energy. I can't sleep at night because I'm worried about our connection. How do we make it work? That's like what I've channeled a lot as well, is that a lot of masculine energies don't see at all how this can come together. I'm so afraid of rejection that I haven't taken a risk to be with you. But some of you will, or you have, or you did. I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. Where's actually? I want to kind of search for that card that I've said. Why does everything have to be so complicated? Right, let's do Charlotte's cards because we've got to stop it. They will all be relevant. It's either the same masculine energy or a wave of ones that want to say the same thing, or these are like bits of different people's. But it's whatever it is, it's really intense. Oh no, it's the one that annoys me. Can't we start over again? But it's not got an apostrophe. Oh dear. Doesn't even make sense, guys. Can't we start all over again? Like, why didn't she just write, can we start all over again? I love you if you happen to find this, Karen, but it's just I don't understand. I'm like, why did you do that? But you see, if I'm saying that, again, when I channel that card, it feels like it's like because I'm like, I can't understand why you done that. It's like, I think I'm actually channeling the energy of something as well that I can't understand. So it's either somebody being like, I can't understand why I done that, or somebody saying to twin, I can't understand why you done something like that. Or feeling like you need to be perfect, or feeling the pressure, something like that. Because again, you think about it, I'm being really pernickety about that work, but it is really annoying, isn't it? Come on. Grammar police, anyone else out there? Does anyone else get triggered to fuck when they see that card? I became obsessed with you and it scared me, right? That's interesting because that is a real thing that happens with divine masculines. That basically, yeah, there is that. I spoke about this before, but there is that obsessive element to the twin flame journey that, and I feel it is slightly different for divine feminine, divine masculine, and it also depends on your personality. Because, like I've said many times before, I go the other way with it. Throughout the twin flame journey, have I obsessively thought, dreamed, spoke about, mentioned them? Like I'm just thinking about that today. Actually, I literally did not mention anything at all about I think I did use the word twin flames at one point, but I was referring to my work. I didn't mention my twin flame at all today when I was with my friend, and I think she was probably fucking thinking to herself, fucking hell, like this is a first. But that's a really good thing. That is a really, really good, healthy thing, because it's being detached. But for the masculine, you see, that means that it's like when they or you, because that's like when that energy fully sort of wakes up, it's a lot of researching and trying to find answers and nothing making sense and going through your dark night soul and all these other things happening as well. And that is like that's came through for me before, even in personal reasons and that as well, is that like when I'm doing them, or even ones that I've got, is that exactly that it's like it freaks them out, or it freaks you out. Like, why the fuck do I feel like this? But again, I've even said like that did happen to me at the very start in the journey as well, like 13 years ago. Well, more like, because it was 13 years ago, more like kind of we're talking 11, 12 years. I don't know, my maths is bad, but it would, for me, well, it was just really bad from the minute he left my house. And yeah, sometime in 2010. But no, the worst of it was 2012. But yeah, but I think it's worse for the mask. I don't know. No, I don't know about worse, but so it depends which way you deal with that. But I think it like overwhelming. That's what I'm feeling. But you make me feel absolutely incredible. So it's like this kind of like, it's like I want it, but I don't want it. And then look, this is one of the triggering ones. There's too much water under the bridge. I don't know how we could ever come back from that. Well, that's not very positive, is it? Whoever this masculine is. I've always loved you. It's just misalignment. I've always struggled to feel good enough for you. And again, this is all the things I say, it's worthiness issues that everyone can deal with. Because when I was first activated this journey, that is all the stuff that I went through too. I just didn't feel good enough. I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. Okay, that's enough. Do you want me to just keep going with this, or use addicted to these cards? I kind of feel when it's time to run out, so I'll just keep doing that. I'll just keep being the thing to whoever these are speaking to. But only because my mum always picks up my grammar, so I always notice in books to tell you. It is annoying. Right. Oh God, that's a lot. Jesus Christ, this one can't shut up. Who is this? Is this one of the viewers? Is this one of the people that are subscribed wants to say to someone? Or is this what someone's twin flame? That's for you to know, and yeah, you can let me know. But I want to be more than just friends. So they got the hots for you. I feel so guilty about what I've done to you. I truly hope you can forgive me one day. What have they done? We'll ask that in a minute. I ran away from you because I got overwhelmed. I just fucking said that. I love doing this. I'm scared because I've never felt this way before. And again, that's what I mean by obsessed. It's like, I think I wanted to say, like, I think when some of the divine masculines fall into that obsessive energy, like, again, I've saw people channel this before, and I've channeled it before, they can feel like that you've put a spell on them or something, which is why I think it's really important that I talk about the stuff that I do, to be like, look, I didn't fucking put spells on folk, right? I fucking take them off. So it's like, that's just love. That's just love. And that is really what it's about. I always resonate with you and your messages, Claire. Good. Yes. Nathan, it feels like you do. Yeah. Again, who knows why? It's got nothing to do with age or that, because you're a lot younger than me, aren't you? But it's like, I've noticed that, the things that you say, I really resonate most of the time when you say it. Or it's like, if you say something about your twin, I feel like that's in line with mine, but I'm scared because I never felt this way before. I feel that's really something that's going on for a lot of twins as well. Give people time to work it out for themselves. Right, what else do we need to know? Like I said, you know, again, I've said enough that this, I could totally say this, that is, I mean, that's what mine would do, is he would get only so close to like, and I'd be like, all right, we're gonna have the talk, whatever the talk is. Like, even if it's just like, look, we've got in some kind of fucking weird situ here, you know, like what do we do here? And then it, yeah, and then that was just, that talk would never happen. But a lot of the time that would be my fault too, because I would be too drunk, but then he would be happy about that because he would need to talk about it. Like I always said, you know, the worst thing for me was that feeling of him leaving early in the morning. And that's what I really, yeah, don't want to ever face again. Like, I'm not saying like he wouldn't ever be able to leave again, but well, actually, there is a, no, I'm joking. But it's, yeah, that would be the hardest bit, is I think getting your twin flame back after all that time and then them fucking off like you mean nothing. So sorry if that happened to you, because that's not a nice feeling when the person that you love leaves in the morning. Or like I always say, he went to play golf and I never fucking seen him again. And I see golf balls everywhere. Just spirit, I've got a sense of humour. Okay, no. Right, okay, so still to this day, don't know why, don't know if he likes tea or coffee. Couldn't fucking tell you. Don't know if he likes peanut butter. These things are all important. These will be the first things I ask. Right, okay, so step by step, I'm becoming the person you deserve. I'm hiding my true feelings. I love it when they do that. When they get me to say wee things, it's like, yeah, so right, I might be using stories from the past, but that was going to be relevant to someone out there. I'm hiding my true feelings. I wish I could turn back time and start over with you. I need time to figure what this all means and what I want. Right, we need to stop now because we need to fucking stop somewhere, right? Oh yeah, let's use these. Right, so actually I wanted to use, there we go. I wanted to use ones that have things about spell. Well, we did pull we clarified what that healing was about with the tea leaf, the Circle of Truth cards. Oh God, this is just not okay. Fucking mess. But these cards have got black eye. Black eye? Fucking hell. I meant to say black magic and I said black eye. That's not funny. Protect whoever that's about. Ay, Christ, that did come out my mouth. Right, okay. So, right. What do we need to know? Charlotte, I'm going to do yours because this just never stops. Distance, journey, ocean. So somebody feels like it's something about, somebody feels like there's an ocean of feelings overwhelming them. And this could be your husband. Like, seriously, I do feel in this case, because I know it's like, I don't always get that with this card, although it says husband and marriage. Of course, it could be your kingdom husband. There is that as well. You know, like that's basically your spiritual connection. That is what twin flame unions are as well. It's just different terms for different things. It's the same fucking thing. It's basically two people that are very spiritually connected. That's basically, but that's, I mean, people would know this, but they're getting me to say it. It's like, if you've got a really high calling, that's why, if you get really spiritually attacked like that, it is like the two of you, it is because you're really, really powerful together. I mean, it's just obvious, but I feel in this case, it's like literally somebody's husband. So that must be one of the twins watching that's in union, like your husband is overwhelmed with feelings right now. It's really interesting because I did speak to somebody a few weeks ago that actually would resonate with. Yeah, look, love and new love. So it's not, again, I don't necessarily, this is an interesting one. See, this is what I mean. They're taking it a different way. But this actually feels like somebody's husband's having like a real heart opening and that feminine energy. This is so weird. This is literally actually what somebody said to me the other week. Like, you mean not in these words, but it's feeling like that energy. It's like a man that's overly masculine, really connecting with those deeper feelings. Like, so where maybe you've been conditioned or they've been conditioned, whoever this is resonating with, to not show your feelings or talk about what's upsetting you, something like that. It's like this man's been overwhelmed with his feminine side, you know what I mean? It's just all flooding in. House, relocation, home. But again, I feel that's, I'm just saying that's people that are in union in a house together. Tender embrace, yeah, it is. This is interesting. I actually think I know who that's for. I mean, it'll be for more than that, but I'm actually seeing things. Yeah, look, ocean. Yeah, it's the same message. That's really interesting. I thought it was going to be the black magic. Look, and it's on the bottom again. Love and new love. Change, purity, gazelle. Jealousy and gossip's on the bottom, though. Jealousy and gossip is on the bottom. That's all the stuff that we were clearing. That's interesting because who I'm thinking of does get a lot of that. Like, they are in union. And they get a lot of jealousy. It's just that happens to everyone. Like, it's whether you're together or not, it doesn't stop when you're together. I'm planning on reaching out to you. I have sexual fantasies about you. Sorry, I can't say it seriously. I'll try. I have sexual fantasies about you. I can't. I have to say it in the voice. I'm actually really hungry. What did I have for my tea? Oh yeah, a half the lasagna with my niece. I need more. Oh, it just came out again. I just shuffled and I pulled it. Somebody's having very sexual fantasies about you, whoever you are. It can be you watching. Somebody out there is having sexual fantasies. I don't know if it's your twin flame, but somebody's having sexual fantasies about you. And they don't want you to know because I've just done that to the cards. Right. Okay. I'll do a wee bit more because it's fun. And then what else do we need to know? I check on you from afar. So somebody's keeping an eye on you. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. When the sky falls, when shit crumbles, something like that. We'll stand tall, face it all together when the sky falls. Yep, that's a union. There was someone interfering in our relationship. Fights, arguments, and conflict. I am intimidated by you. Right, before I pull any more, there was someone interfering. Again, I think that's just picking up on what I've already said about whether it's like someone's best friend or a cousin, or it's, I keep saying cousin, it's someone's cousin. Okay, don't all go like, don't go all accusing your cousins. It's just that I feel that would just confirm it to someone if they were feeling it. And that can be for any reasons. I feel in that whoever that's for, it's like perhaps your cousin doesn't have what you could have or potential of, or maybe it's somebody that you already have got it. And it's because again, I keep being shown a couple that are married, and there's a couple that are due to be married. And they all experience like, yeah, it's like I said, I'm not just here ushering in the people that aren't together yet, or there's I also help people that stay together. Because you really do have to have each other's back, because you're not separate. You are, if you're true twin flames, you are the same energy. Once you really do get that, You shouldn't let others interfere with your connection. Especially not the married ones. Come to me for couples counselling. Right. I'm intimidated by you. So that is a strong energy coming out there. This was just a fling. Oh God. So that's why it always makes me say it's the word, isn't it? It was just a fling. So it's no big deal. But it's kind of like, right, somebody has been intimidated by you, therefore it was a lot easier to have a fling with someone else or many people. And it's because I still have grown to do. So it's basically, you know, it's somebody that's not mature enough for, no shade, but it's like it is, it's somebody that's not mature enough for intimacy and, as they're drawn with the word, children and true love and yeah, being in a grown-up relationship about and having better sex because you actually trust each other and all that kind of shit. And but people change, reminiscing. Finances are a problem. Well, hopefully that'll improve from what we've done tonight, whoever that's for. Secrets and deception. This is there is a third party. You see, this is secrets and deception, third party. This is like all the stuff that's going to come out in 2 weeks. I was thinking about this earlier. That full moon in Scorpio is going to unearth some secrets, the dark ones, in the world and in personal situations. So what comes through from that is, if there's something that you feel could be unearthed that you've done, and it's twin flame stuff, you're better confessing now. You're better just getting it out there before people twist things, is what I'm being told. If they haven't already done that, because that will have happened for lots of people. Yeah, there's something about that. But anyway, that's because Scorpio is about secrets. It's about the dark stuff. So it's like, I do just watch this, that every year, that it's like a big massive torch on the dark stuff. So there'll be really dark stuff in the collective, the world. But I think it might be like dark stuff being unearthed. Or it could even just be like, you know, well, it's just any kind of secrets, anything that like you've not shared with your twin flame, or they've not shared. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Destiny is taking us down different paths, and I mean, that could be present for some, but I feel for whoever I'm picking up on now, I was pretending to be someone else. That's what happened because somebody wasn't being their true self, which is just what they were meant to be doing at that time. It's part of the journey. But it's like, so it took you down different paths because that's the divine separation. I can't say separation now, Nathan. That's part of the divine separation, the learning and the healing. But I think the world of you, and this feels like somebody now maturing into that person that you've always known they wanted to be. I miss you and I love you. Yeah. Don't know when it's happening. Don't know who it's for. Hopefully it's for fucking all of us and it happens. Well, not on the same day, because that would be a bit crazy, but you never know. Maybe there's just like a destined day. It's all going to happen for every single one of you on the same day. But no, it doesn't happen like that. Right. I actually need to pee now. So let's do, should I just actually go and pee and leave you? I could do that, couldn't I? I mean, the toilet's away down the hall. You're not going to hear me peeing. Like, that would be a bit awkward. I wonder if anyone ever, I've done that before, haven't I? I mean, it's really just like we're having a party. I was going to say in my living room, I'm not in my living room, but it's like we're having a party in my freezing tiny little office. It's kind of hot with this jumper on, but yeah, I think I actually do need to pee. Right, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you, that was epic. You're very welcome. No, actually, I'll do the message first. I'm going to pee. Really? No. No, I need to pee, guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. I do need to pee. Like, I'll see you in a minute. Just chat amongst yourselves. And if anyone comes on, just be like, she's away to pee. I mean, it happens. I'm running. That was like fucking Niagara Falls, man. That wasn't normal. That was because of that clearing. That's what happens when I do like a personal session or a group peeling. Like it was like I just couldn't stop peeing, but it's like I'm clearing the energy. So sorry, TMI, but who's got something nice planned for the weekend? There we go. Well, you tried to chat, Charlotte, and nobody chatted back. You put in the effort. I see you. I'm talking to you. I'm responding. My plans for the weekend are fuck all because I'd done something on Saturday with my mum, then at my best. I mean, I'm not complaining because it was people giving me free lunches, but you know what I mean? It's like my mum said, there's no such thing as a free lunch. I did think that of my sister, mind you. My sister took me for the free lunch yesterday. I was like, she's wanting a fucking babysitter. But I love them, so it's not a chore to look after them. Sorry, my nose is really itchy now. What am I going to do? Charlotte, do you want a card from the ones that you gave me? But yeah, I want to walk. I've not had my normal big long walk at all this week. Like I don't remember walking. Yeah, because it was like Saturday I was out with my mum, Sunday I was with my pal, Monday I was knackered from that, so I stayed in my bed, didn't I? I don't think I went outside at all. I don't think I went out at all. And then Tuesday was funny, like because Tuesday was my actual birthday, but it was like I was going to have my wee walk and my coffee with my mum, and I just do that all different time. And it was just all very rushed and hectic, and because there was a lot of my mum helps with the childcare on a Tuesday, and it was just like this is quite stressy. Do you know what I mean? It's like you feel like I was to be pet, and it was just. And then what did I do? Oh no! And then that was like then one of my best pals made me a wee high tea, and I nearly cried. So I didn't walk that day either. And I got a lift, so I didn't even walk to hers. I was going to walk and I didn't. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember why I didn't walk. And then Wednesday, why didn't I walk on Wednesday? What did I do? What is today? Today's look, Wednesday was yesterday. What the fuck did I do yesterday? I can't even remember what I done yesterday. But I didn't walk. And I didn't walk today either. Well, I did kind of, if walking back and forwards from the bus stop, I did get in the steps, but I didn't walk at my place. Well, this is not good. I need to walk tomorrow. Right. Okay. Yeah. Do you want one of those cards that I feel I want to pull you a crystal card too, so I'm going to pull you a few because you donated a couple of times. I appreciate that. Oh, you're child free this weekend, so a lion. Oh, that must feel like heaven. What time do they usually get up? Have I been on here for 2 hours again or longer? When did I come on here? Here's 2. I come here been on for longer than 2 hours, 2.5. Anyway, right. So I feel like, what does Charlotte need to know? I'll do yours and then I might do some more collective or just one and then I'll go. Moldavite. Oh my god. 7-ish. Well, that's not too bad. Too bad, is it? But I wake up. I've been waking up really. I think it's because of the daylight, but I wake up really early. I'm like, nope, I'm not. I didn't. I have to get up. I get up late. I think the latest I get up really is like, unless I was really like, if I like that night I was on here till like nearly midnight. I did sleep in, but I don't even think I slept in as late as what I always used to. It always seems to be about like. Sometimes I wake up at like 6 or 7, and I'm like, why am I waking up this early? But it's always needing to pee, eh? Like that's the thing. It's like you can't trick your mind that you don't need to pee when you need to. I mean, it's like it's like why I had to go there. But that's because you've just seen me drink a whole bowl of water in front of you. But it's like and also that is, you know, when I'm clearing the energy, because I don't always do the ones like that on every live. But yeah, that's one of the most annoying feelings ever. It's, you can't trick that, you know. It's like if you need a pee in the middle of the night, you can't trick your mind to think you don't, you know what I mean? You'd end up pissing the bed and you don't want to do that. I mean, I've never took it to that stage. I don't want to find out, you know what I mean? And it's really not good for your bladder. But yeah, so I'm just saying the things that people think in their head and don't say out loud. I hope it entertains you. Right. Can be they arrive in bed for cuddles around 6. So, oh no, fucking hell. It's kind of like my weirdest niece. Like, I found out the hard way when they said, did they both say at the same time? No, I think it was just her on her own. And I didn't know this because my sister hadn't passed on this information. I know now though, so she's no sleeping there again. But she crawls around the bed. Like, do you mean it's like she in her sleep, like she does this thing where it's like, it's quite cute. She was holding my hand at one point, but then she was putting her hand like around my head, and it's like she like a wee monkey or a cat or something. And then when I told my sister, I was like, just take them. I'm joking. No, it was just her that time. It was like, when I was like, yeah, she was doing this weird thing where she was like, oh, she's like, yeah, was she like crawling around you like a cat? I was like, yeah, you didn't tell me that. Like, I would have absolutely made a little makeshift, very comfy bed that wasn't my bed if I knew that. That will never happen again. It was not a good sleep at all. The other one doesn't do that. She might wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, but that's only if but yeah, that was God. Anyway, right, so Moldavite, let me read this. So it's definitely worse since I've had kids. The need to wee in the night. Right, grounding, connection, evolution. So let's read this. The importance of Moldavite becomes more apparent as human consciousness evolves. Its grounding and connective qualities help. Oh, and I did say that, like, this is a very grounding energy, but oh God, I've just lost a bit. Grounding and connective qualities help newly incarnated souls to tap into the Earth's energies. It is said to have extraterrestrial origins and therefore be a fusion of cosmic and earthly energies. It teaches us to see the bigger cosmic picture while reminding us to appreciate the beauty and gifts of the place where we are. Moldavite aids the effects of other stones and is key in any transformational and healing work. The powerful stone facilitates working with the masters and other cosmic beings, opening and raising your own levels of cosmic consciousness. Yeah, you don't fuck about with Moldavite. I was scared of it for years, but I've got a bit now. The energies begin by grounding the self, aligning the chakras, and I think that this is your card, Charlotte, but I think it's also to do with what we've done tonight. Because this is what they were getting me to do. Aligning the chakras, cleansing the auras, then raising your vibrations. It is. That's funny. It's often useful to work with a. Maybe that's why I felt like I needed to pull this card. I think it is yours too, but I think it's they're saying what we were doing. It is often useful to work with a strong grounding stone after this experience to ensure you can bring knowledge and messages you've received back to everyday consciousness. Yeah, it's like I need to fucking go and eat some toasted tea. I feel like I need to come back down to wherever I went, or still am. Moldavite works more subtly with all aspects of disease within the body. It uncovers the source and is useful in diagnostic sessions. It's particularly important in working with the emotional causes of illness, which again is that's what I'm good at doing as well without the Moldavite. Drawing this card signifies it's time to appreciate the good things already in your life. Oh, and I said that tonight at the start. And make plans to change what holds you back from fulfilling your intentions, right? That I feel that may speak to you as well, Charlotte, but I feel that is for everyone. Right, now I'm going to do Charlotte's cards, right? So let's see, what does Charlotte need to know from, I think. We'll do you a wee cocktail because you donated twice, so I'll do the 6 cards. Right, so we'll pull that, and I'll pull them all, and then I'll read some from the book. So we'll pull this one. And remember, guys, if you're new or just if you need the reminder, that these are Charlotte's cards, but they'll more than likely make sense to all of us in some way. Or yeah, Just take what bits make sense to you as well. Flip it upside down. Question your beliefs. Oh, I love it. That's that card from that deck. And now I feel I want to pull a chakra one. Do you want some messages from your twin flame's higher self? Keeping in mind what I always say, that their egoic self could be nowhere near that. I'll have to give the buffer. You know what I mean? Of course they could be too. There's always that, you know. Indigo. Improve your vision. 14. Live an extraordinary life is on the bottom. Right. What else are we gonna? I think I want to just cut into this deck and pull. I can't get it. Oh, that's funny. Somebody, it was Nick, said she felt something at the crown, crown chakra, the unlimited self. Oh, I definitely think this is to do with whatever you got from what we were doing, because I've got flip it upside down, question your beliefs, indigo, improve your vision, crown chakra, the unlimited self. So it's like all upper chakra colours. And then question your beliefs is like at the mind as well. Oh, I like it. Oh, jumped. Oh, that one again. That's come out a lot this week. Talk about your feelings. Tell a friend how you feel. See what I mean? So I can see how these are yours, but this is definitely going to make sense to others as well. Relax, everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all going to be fine. So whatever first springs to mind is usually what I feel that'll be about. I'm going to pull it all together by the holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So I wonder if, I know you've just been on a holiday, so I wonder if whatever I'm going to say is going to be connected to something that came up during your break, or whether this is talking about like an upcoming holiday that you need, or even it can even just be, you know, when it's like the bank holiday or something. But yeah, holiday. Emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. And again, this is so cool. Wow. I do feel this is about the clearing that we just done, because look at the woman. It's like, this is so crazy that I always say, imagine crystals, or you might imagine flowers or something. And there's a mixture of crystals and flowers on that card. Like, look at the woman's chakras. There's like a yellow daffodil at her solar plexus, and then it's crystals at her throat, and so that's kind of cool. And then look specifically, the answer to your question involves your daughter. And that's a really specific, that's why I like this deck. And then behind that, we've got everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. That's the one that I pulled. Was it for the day of my birthday? I think it was. I think it was the one for, because that was special for me. Yeah, so again, if you had some sort of question, or you're worrying about your daughter for some reason, I'm being drawn to the word children, and I'm being drawn to it's like a fairy tin over there with fairy, I think it's fairy tarot cards or something. I don't know if I've ever used them. Like not the other fairy ones that I use. Right, anyway. Right, okay. So let's read. I want to read that. So there is something that, there's something that you need to, there's definitely something about talking about your feelings here, because you've got tell a friend how you feel, talk about your feelings, relax, everything's okay. And then deep emotion, that one about emotional healing. So there's something here about getting something off your chest, I think, I feel. And then I'm going to read this, the hero's journey one. Flip it upside down, question your beliefs. Oh, and wait a minute, before I read, I'm scared of this intense love just came out. I still secretly long for you. So again, we need to tweak it, because I know that in your case, it's like you've not seen them in the physical for a long time, have you? I'm struggling, but I mean, that is the case. That's going to make sense to a lot of people. I'm struggling to open myself up to you. I'm healing, but it's a work in progress. I feel like I look for you everywhere. Yeah, so it's like I'm getting with it, with me knowing your specific situation, and it's like just this feeling of, oh, actually, it's kind of like what I was channeling earlier. And did you not resonate with that? It's this feeling of, right, what I was getting earlier. It was actually when I was on the way, when I was going to my friends earlier. It's like I was getting all these downloads about it. It's kind of like, it's like somebody that is going off in a daydream thinking about, I wonder how that person is, and I wonder what's happening in their life. And then it's like, and then it was just this feeling of like being pulled away by all these distractions. And then a mixture of, so Charlotte, this I'm going to read your other card, but this might dip in and out of making sense to you, and it might not if I'm picking up on other people's, because I can see Nathan's wrote something, but I'm not going to read it until I say this. But it's like, yeah, so I'll just go with this. So it was like, what I was feeling was, it was like even when someone's, so I'm going to say it as if you're the person, do you know what I mean? So this is the masculine that this would be happening to. It's like daydreaming about someone, wondering, and then say it like even just comes close to you, and that's kind of like what I was saying earlier, comes close to doing something about it. And it's like, yeah, just distractions come in, whether that be in the form of other love interests for some, or, but in this case, I'm just feeling like someone just being like, come on, snap out the dream, like, that was ages ago. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. I want to be more than friends. I left you before you could leave me. So I don't know. I don't know if that was still you, Charlotte, or I went somewhere else, but yeah, it is that. These first ones, though, I do feel that I look for you everywhere. It's like somebody that's like never forgot you, secretly longing for you. It feels a bit crazy for feeling like that. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. That might actually be how you felt towards him. Actually, come to think of it, probably is, because it's like now my eyes are being pulled to getting to know each other. You deserve love. You're lovable. Yeah, because I was going to say that. It's like when somebody's like, oh God, they're not going to be thinking about me. It's somebody, yeah. Oh, look, they've just pulled dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. And I did say that Taurus Moon is about bringing your dream into reality. So yeah, I do feel it's like your twin is working on their own self-worth and loving themselves, because you are doing that. So therefore, when you do that, he does that. Or you know what I mean? It's kind of, again, to be honest, I'm always really transparent about this. It confuses me with you guys, because you guys show up as the energy of my twin. So it's like, but it's not always, it's not as straightforward as that, because then again, not. Because like when most of you are women in that energy, like you don't, it's like you don't act like how I'm sure mine do. Anyway, so but I know the bit, anyway, it's complicated. It makes sense to me, and it makes sense to use with it, but it's kind of like basically one of you needs to heal in a big way, and it heals the other. You know what I'm saying? So that's and then but you're both healing at the same time. But something about that, it's like one of you is creating you're both manifesting each other. That's the feeling that I'm getting. But it's just like someone feels a wee bit more crazy about it than the other, and I'm guessing that's him, because you're here, unless he's watching this, of course. You make it real for me. I mean, I can't sing. I love that song, but I can't sing it. But yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like I'm hearing that now. I'm hearing that James thingy song. Just that line though. Right, okay, now I need to read this card. Oh my God, I wish my twin secretly longed for me. Of course your twin. Nathan, I really need to talk to you to find out if this, I mean, again, I don't want to trigger you, but it's like, I need to, you know what I mean? It's like, if as long as someone is your true twin flame, I can assure you they do secretly long for you. It's just depending on where they're at in the timeline, they may battle against themselves with that one. That's what the love-hate thing. Love-hate's a bit strong, but like, I've definitely felt energies towards me like my twin hates me, but most of the time it's like, you don't hate me at all. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually think you love me quite a lot. But do you know what I mean? It's complex. And I didn't read the rest of what you said, actually. I'm struggling. Give me a sign, universe, that things will work out for the better. I will help you when we talk. That is so romantic. What bit? What's so romantic? Was it something Charlotte said? Was it something I said? I can't even fucking remember what I said. Yes, I feel like that about him. You did call him in a while ago, so who knows? And you're calling him in all the time. You're both manifesting each other. You just do it in a different kind of way. Right. And again, yes, I know that it's like, you know, I kind of feel that it's like with the things that you've said, Nathan, and again with the people that I help as well, you might come up against that where yeah, they might literally say, get to fuck. Do you know what I mean? Well, they might say get to fuck, or like, you know, just that they don't feel the same. And I mean, but I kind of feel that that's like, well, like I always say, you've just got to take, well, fine, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? I'm definitely channeling a conversation here of people's. It's none of my business. But it's kind of like, yeah, if that is how someone's coming at you, well, get yourself out of that situation. Do you know what I mean? Just however you got into that situation, just you back off because they're clearly not ready. Like, so why would you want to be, you know, like I was saying, why would you be want to convincing somebody that they want to be with you? Like, don't do that. But don't also go into fuck you mode. Just kind of like know that know your worth, and they'll begin to feel better about themselves eventually, and be guided to do the healing. Basically just don't go into any form of desperation. And it's easier said than done, you know, I know, because we all love our twin flames a lot and we want to help them, but you could fall into wanting to save them, and you can't save them. Save yourself and that will save them. I need that on a t-shirt, that's true. Save yourself and that will save them. But at the same time, though, be like, when you do feel that they are seriously struggling, like I did actually pick up on an energy. I picked up a card earlier when I began to attempt to tidy the cards, when my niece was doing her wee thing, doing her drawings, and I just was like, no, I can't be arsed doing this. But I did pick up a card, it's probably still on the floor, but it did say something like about, actually, I think it is still on the floor. It was like somebody struggling. It was like hope. No, I've just picked up study. It was the one out in my mediumship cards that says something about the spirit world are reaching out to you because they can see when you're struggling. And I'm kind of changing that to mean like, you feel when your twin is struggling. So like, send them love, you know, and do that, and you just send them love from your heart. Or if you're if you're a healer anyway, and again, everyone's a healer or something, and it's basically what we'll say, but you know, just send them love. Just send them love. Or walk about the kitchen making a cup of tea, tell them that you love them. I don't know, you do you. Do you know what I mean? I don't do that. I might do that. But just, yeah, just you do you. You do you. But find a balance of that. Yeah, when it's actually people in the physical, like when someone's actually like that telling you to back off, like do back off. Like there would be a good idea to not back off. Yeah. I feel reassured it's manifesting. When he appears in my dreams, they're rare, but it feels like he's closer each time. Yeah. It is very real when you see your, but I mean, I've always said, like, the dreams I have about mine, it's like he's always far away, and it's like there's always tons of folk in the way. Reality. But not the last dream I had wasn't like that, but I've been practicing that more after you've been saying that, sending him love, whatever he's going through. Yeah, you can never do that to, well, I don't know. I was about to say you can never do that too much. You've got to experiment with things that work for you yourself, because it's like, I think just don't forget yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because that is what everyone will do at some point, that you do just love them. So, like, I mean, I've definitely said things about my twin flame connection that it's like, yeah, I can really help everyone. Oh my God, I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm like, why am I not, what? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I've said that there's nothing really. I mean, I have, basically what I'm trying to say is, it's like, you can't, like, I've tried to trick myself before, and you can't do that. But I'm like in a place of, I do feel very detached. And I've got to that place before, and I think I've pulled myself back, because it feels weird, because it just feels, you're just kind of like that. I feel like too detached. And yeah, but now I don't feel like that. I feel healthily detached, and I think it's because I've just totally surrendered, and I've just accepted it is what, like, what will be, it is what it is, but without, giving up. I'm just accepting things the way they are, and that's peaceful. Do you know what I mean? And it's very like what my yeah, that it was just that synchronicity that happened on my birthday, when my friend had just listened to something that was very in line with how I feel. Really, you can see something as like a blessing or a burden, and I always look to something as being a blessing, but it really is all to do. But again, it's like, again, I've worked really hard on my on, that unconditional love for myself, with whatever's going on in my own life and everything. And yeah, and it's just nice for me to know that, it's just nice for me, full stop, but it's nice for me to know that I know that actually helps whoever my twin is. But yeah, but it's a lot to do with that. I think they're making me say all of that, because it's like, it's the calm acceptance is coming from, I was warned about this for years, that I would be helping many people through their dark night of soul. And although I have been doing that for like the past 7-8 years, more, whatever it is, individually, and like through the, make the Facebook and the Instagram and that, and then here, whenever I was on here, this is the biggie. This is what they were talking about. And so it's like, I just know the twin flame journey, and it's like, I have to do this before anything else happens for me. And I've even just accepted that, like I said, I just live in the moment. Right, flip it. Nathan, is your energy making me go too deep again? I'm just like, fuck, what's happening? Right. Flip it upside down. Question your beliefs. This is Charlotte's card, but let's face it, it's going to make sense to probably quite a lot of people. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the freedoms. Oh God, this feels like a divine masculine card. To choose one's attitude in any given circumstances, to choose one's own way. That feels like it's picking up on what I've said about. What, did I not say something like that? And I could never. I'm sure I did say something like that at the start of that healing. Taking the time yourself to work out how you feel. Yeah, I did, didn't I? What's true in the ordinary world is flipped on its head in the extraordinary world of dreams and the heroic life of magic and miracles. In an ordinary life, it's instinctual to run from things that scare you. But when you face those fears in a dream, You increase your personal power. Oh, I was about to go to the extra. I was about to be like, oh my God, we were just talking about dreams, but it's called the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle, guys. So that's the practical side of me before I got too excited. It's a sign. Everything is a sign, but that would be taking it too far. It's going to mention dreams because it's about dreams. In dreams, the tragedy of fire, flood, and destruction can symbolize rapid change and new birth. If you get stuck in black and white thinking, all you have to do is flip yourself upside down, literally or figuratively. Oh, I said that word right. This is an exciting moment. I'm sure I haven't been able to say that before. Figuratively. Maybe I have been able to say figuratively. Or maybe I can just say it right now. Honestly, see, when they get me to do this means something. Something that you didn't think you were capable of doing. And Charlotte, this is your message, so pay more attention, but everyone pay attention. Something that you didn't think you were capable of doing, you actually are. Because I don't think I could say that word before. There's quite a few words I have trouble saying. To see the world from a dream's perspective, when the sky becomes the ground and the ground becomes the sky, you realise you have the freedom and the ability to flip reality on its head. No matter how rigid the belief or experience, it's just waiting for you to turn it around. It's all his fault. Oh, becomes it's all my responsibility. And she doesn't love me transforms into I am loved more than I could ever perceive. I don't know about you, but when I watch that back as a viewer, pretending it isn't me, that's going to be really interesting with how they made me go into whatever I was saying there about my own sort of feelings and stuff, because that's basically what I was saying, because I wondered why I was going that deep with it, but I'm basically saying it is worth continuously doing the work on yourself, because you'll be able to find the balance of learning to put yourself before them. Because I feel personally because that's basically what I was saying, is I love him so much that I don't want to abandon him, even if he is being a dick. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I don't know where that came from. That's just what I said. Because it's like we can all be a dick, can't we? I can be a dick, you can be a dick, my twin flame can probably be a dick, and don't be a dick. I suppose that's what I'm saying. But yeah, when I'm saying that, I'm saying it in jest, but what I'm meaning is it's like to really break that down and be more mature about it. It's just when people are running away or not wanting to even talk about anything, yeah, most twin flames don't know why the fuck they're even doing that. Do you know what I mean? So they're not actually being a dick. They're just trying to work it out for themselves. And like I just say, but take all the twin flame stuff away from me. The practical bit would be, you don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you. Or in the cases of some of your situations, they're with someone else. Yeah, I mean, that could be, you know what I mean? It's don't be an aubergine. Yeah, maybe that's nicer. Don't be an aubergine. It's enough. Yeah, I'm like, it's an aubergine. I'm like, that is egg. Oh, it's because people call it eggplant. Don't be an eggplant. Charlotte, I'm going to start saying that. Stop being an eggplant. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot better in case the children are listening. Stop being an eggplant. Everybody's twin flames. Just stop being an eggplant and just let people love you. For fuck's sake. That's going on a t-shirt. I'm joking. Right, okay, so dreams of something being upside down indicate that you're opening to a more expansive point of view. Oh yeah, but the whole point of that, if you didn't get that, was you have to, you can still really, really love them unconditionally. And just learn to flip it upside down and love yourself as much as you love them. And I'm sure a lot of you have been doing that, or at least trying to do that. But really, when you reach that point of, I think everybody just reaches this point, you can't really put into words, that you just get that it's like you know what I mean? It's like I always say, you're stuck with yourself no matter what happens, but you're not always guaranteed to be with anyone else, really. Do you know what I mean? Although I do believe that twin flames, you know, the true twin flames will come into union. But when the fuck that happens, nobody knows. Even people claiming that they fucking figured it is this year. Many twin flames, not all twin flames, but many twin flames that you'll just know. You'll know if it's you, but you won't know when. Right, so dreams of something being upside down indicate that you're opening to a more expansive point of view, seeing and beholding your experience from out of the box perspective. I feel that's what they were getting me clear. They were getting me clear a lot of the spell work and black magic that is trying to stop powerful unions being apart. So we'll see. Let me know. And even if there's, even if there's people that are, watching and you don't want to comment, I'm like pointing, and you don't want to comment in public, because again, like I said, who knows, right? Like, this channel's tiny, but I do know that there could be, I don't know, just sometimes I have had a feeling sometimes that other people might come across this that are like, that wouldn't want to comment, but let me know. Do you know what I mean? Let me know, because that was powerful healing. But like I said, I'm like a wee bit of a diamond in the rough or a needle in the haystack. If they don't have the patience to watch the chat at the start about the sunglasses on the head and all that, then they miss out on the powerful healing. Do you know what I mean? It's our wee secret, guys. But it'd be good if the wee secret could grow a little bit so that my business could grow, and that, Right, so be careful what you wish for. I just fucking said that out loud. Imagine we wake up and the channels will, I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. although I'm talking about what I'm talking about, I think I'm actually talking about someone's union as well. Be careful what you wish, because I do think something's going to happen overnight. So I hope that is success in people's businesses, including mine. But it's, I think that is someone's twin flame situ too, because they keep peeling me over the Ace of Wands, and that's a fiery new beginning, if you know what I'm saying. Of course, that could be an argument too, but whatever. What may have seemed like the worst thing that could happen. Oh my God, this is crazy. That's so weird. I just said that about the blessing or the burden, and look, what may have seemed like the worst thing that could happen could turn out to be a great blessing in disguise. And that, my friends, is why I love what I do. Love it. When a problem comes along, I must flip it. When I'm upside down, I'm right side up. I've got a feeling Michelle will really like that too when she watches it. Okay, good choice, Charlotte. That's one of those decks that, when you're just kind of like, I think it's just the suggestions come up on the Amazon, right, when I'm on it, and it's like, I don't know what called me to want that. Probably the fact that it said Dream Oracle, and I'm all about the dreams. But I love these, because it's, you know what I mean? I think even like if I was feeling flush and I want to treat myself with cards, it's not ones that I would event, you know what I mean? But it's, again, so there's some fucking channeling someone's union again, someone's overlooked you. And whoever this is, again, Charlotte, you might even resonate with that, but I feel this is for all of us. Someone has overlooked you. Sorry, it's not a nice way to put it, but it's kind of like, I felt about myself too, so it's fine. It's a little bit like, I do feel what I said about business earlier actually does apply for me too. That one's always had a thing for me, but I do wonder if he realised how strong that thing actually, I don't know, I might be wrong, but fuck knows. It's something like that. It's like, either you just feel like you've been overlooked, and that isn't actually how it is. That could be what it is too, actually, to whoever that's for. Or you actually have been, the person didn't realise who you were to them. But again, it's because they didn't know themselves that way. Like I said, you can only meet anybody else as close as you've met yourself, which is why I then always bring it back to going on about how important I feel therapy is. Because that's designed to get to know your well. But there's other, there is other avenues to get there. But I get people there quicker. And again, I said that the other night and it does sound wrong, but I mean, it's right. So my daughter said that the other day, Mummy, do you think you love yourself more than anyone else? Yes. Oh, that's really bad. God, what a profound question for a child. And did you say yes? It was the name of the deck that spoke to me personally, but I did go through the whole of the list and still came back to, yeah, no, good choice. Because like I say, like I'm being serious, like it's like, yeah, I think they're fast becoming a favourite. They are really speaking to me. I keep forgetting that. Like I did want to do something like, I don't know if it'd be like one of these days in the week, or because it's quite funny. See what I'm doing, like see what I've been doing. Like, I mean, it feels like I've been doing this forever. Does anyone else feel like that? I mean, I know I did do that. I know I did do this in the summer where, remember I was actually, that's probably what they'll get me to do again, where I was ushering in the unions. Like, remember I read the roomie card every day and it was always about a union. They'll probably get me to do that again, like around the Lions Gate portal. But like, it's like that I've wrote things down on bits of paper for years. And that it's like this is it manifesting. But it's like I've not quite got it how I want it, because again, I'm always like, I'm a perfectionist, but it's like I actually am getting, it's because even today on the bus, like I was thinking that, like I think I do want to find the sweet spot, like I do want to find the same time, because that would be good for me to just, and just, well, the same time and also not stay, well, I don't know. Okay. What I mean is I've had lots of ideas about the stuff that I want to do in here, and it's like I am doing it sometimes, and it's like I do think it is. Oh, look, the candle just went out. They're telling me I need to go. Yeah, they are literally telling me I need to go, but it's like it's just, I'm just really enjoying it, basically, is what I'm saying, even when I'm tired, and that's what was missing a little bit. Like I love what I do, but I was getting a bit bored with it, and it's like, and it's like I'm like, so that was fun tonight, but yeah, right before Christmas and that, I got very bored with doing the same messages coming out all the time. But this is fun. Like I like that. I like the chat and I like helping people in the thing, and feels like, like when I'm doing, it's like I'm able to like do, again, I wouldn't call it counselling or therapy, but it is a type of therapy. But the only reason I don't call it counselling, by the way, is because I feel you have to have that psychological contact with your counsellor, just you and them. But obviously I'm teaching you therapist things and saying therapist things and counsellor things about boundaries and everything. And but it's more just the fact that yeah, I can just heal you as I'm listening and stuff, and it's like I like it. And it's just it just felt like things needed to work for me as well as work for other people. And I do think it's kind of getting there, because like I said, I have had more people wanting to book and stuff, but it just needs to amp it up a little bit. God and spirit and angels and all the guys, please, thank you. And help me tidy this room as well, Right, okay, so right, I'm going to read this card, and then I'm going to maybe pull one more for everyone else. I'm going to go to my bed. Yes, I said yes, and she's only 8. The only thing I added was, except when you have children, but because they were a part of me, they are me, so I love them equally as I love myself, but not more. Good, yes. I like that you say that. That's healthy, because it kind of annoys me when people say that all the time, that, because it's just something that it's like everyone's been conditioned to say, that like, I love my children more than I love myself. And it's something that people are conditioned to say. And it's like, I get it, right? Because like, I fucking love children. You mean, it's like, and that is something that was always said about me when I worked in nurseries, was people instantly always they just assumed I was a mum. Like even today, actually, when I picked my niece up from nursery, it's like, it's yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like I do get it, but it's not, it's in order to look after them, you have to really, you're going to be the best, you know what I mean? You have to love yourself. And it's kind of like, that's kind of like what I was getting at earlier. It's like, kind of like how I was describing the twin flame love is quite similar. Like I do think the way I'll have to watch it when I said it because I know what I mean. Because I was basically trying to say I'm very good at helping people with this twin flame stuff, but I'm just being perfectly brutally honest. Every time I've felt like I've let go of him, like I hadn't really ever. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like enough, basically. Like you always kind of worrying that and you're always kind of wanting to make sure they're all right. And like, you know, obviously not literally, like I said, don't chase after somebody asking if they're all right. But and it is like a yeah, and I've always just yeah, and I've always just said it's going to take a lot for me to um let go. But I mean, like I said, you just certain things can happen to you to just make you flip into being detached. And sometimes it's just because it's taking a really long fucking time. or or yeah. I mean it just everyone has their own personal moment with that and there'll be loads of different things that happen to people to make you know what I mean? It's just and like I said, it's great. Zero fucks mode. Just enjoy being in that. Because I bet you lots of you have been in the not the other side of that and it's really not fun. It's fucking horrible. So yeah, enjoy the peace. Um You will, Nathan. Yeah, just keep that is the way to do it. I hope to heal my twin flame bond by healing myself. Well, that is the road that I took, and I'm still on it, and I do feel it has and is making a difference. But release expectations and focus on yourself and love yourself. And even in the darkest parts of your life and the most confusing, and like I said, in that I do feel what my friend said about that thing about the blessing or the burden. Yeah. God, I'm getting too deep. I'm getting annoyed with myself. Where's the minutes in Taurus? Why is it so? Where's this energy coming from? Oh, it's because it's the eclipse. It's because it's the eclipse. That's why. How do you get off of here? This fucking energy is weird. Um, you will surrender to the journey. Everything will evolve in divine right time. As Claire said earlier, focus on yourself. Oh yeah, and then you're saying yeah, focus on yourself, and it will help your twin flame do the same. Yeah, it does. I think it's just it's for. I get it that some of you'll be feeling like it's not making a difference, but it is. It is. Trust me. I help enough people on this journey that, again, whether it's over the years or people updating me, like say now it'll be by email because I don't have the instant messenger, but out of the blue, you will see a sudden shift in your twin, or you'll feel it, and then you'll at some point get confirmation of it. But it's just things might go backwards again as well, or feel like they're going backwards. But it'll always just push you to go forwards. I don't know where my channel that from, but yeah, it doesn't mean you know what I mean. It's like when I say you that's what the union is. Like some of you will be thrown together by serendipity, like that card I pull quite a lot. And even that, when that happens, when I've helped people with that or when they've shared things like that, is because they probably needed a kickstart on the healing process if they hadn't started it at all, or because nobody can heal you like your twin. And they don't need to be a healer for that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and sometimes the healing can come in the form of triggers as well. Like again, I always say it, like I said that before in one of the other lives recently, but yeah, like just when I think back to how mine acted sometimes in certain situations back in the day, I was too nice about it. And again, it's like I'm not being a dick now. I'm just being honest, and I do feel he would agree with me if he wasn't in his ego. Do you think that's fair to say that? Whereas now, you know what I mean? It's like, but I mean, it's just that's the same with quite a lot of people. I'm thinking, why the fuck did I not? But I don't know, like, no, I always handled things with grace, I feel, whenever I've been in situations like that. But yeah, do you know what I mean? That's healing too. That is self-love. Because that's where I think I'd like to, say I differ from lots of other twin flame people that I've seen over the years, is I don't take any shit. Do you know what I mean? And that could actually, never mind, that card, that could intimidate my twin. Like, it really could, and I'm aware of that. But I also know myself inside out and feel I feel that he knows me well enough to know that I'm soft as shite. Do you know what I mean? That I'm very forgiving and loving, even when people have betrayed me. Or that might be a bit strong, but I have had a lot of people betray me. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I keep my heart open, and yeah. It just also reminds me when that girl said on the live sometime last year, or maybe even the year before, that her door would always be open to her twin. And that's the same for me. But that doesn't mean take the piss. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yes. Right. Charlotte, let's read this card and then I need to go to my bed, because I don't know what's going on tonight, but the energy's a bit intense. Right, so improve your vision. 14. Indigo helps with any illnesses affecting your head, eyes, ears, and nose. It helps to treat mental and emotional disorders such as ADD. Excuse me, I don't like the way that you wrote that. ADD, anxiety and depression. Indigo is great for problems with insomnia and to release stress and tension. When visualized, indigo can provide a sense of clarity and purpose. Visualize indigo rays to improve your vision and make your dreams. Oh my God. Another synchronicity. Make your dreams a reality. That's what fucking Virgo energy is about, man. Especially when people, listen, especially folk with a North Node in Taurus, then the moon in Taurus is like the destiny is in Taurus. The feelings are in Taurus, which is why you talk about your feelings, Charlotte. What else in Uranus? The planet of oh yes, actually. Oh, so that actually does mean, with that combination, expect unexpected when it comes to dreams becoming reality. And I do actually think that's all the stuff that I've been clearing tonight when I've done that earlier. And then when we created that space earlier, and yeah. I'm still trying to decide whether I like this kind of vibe, but it's like when I actually start like talking to you, like I'm talking, like I'm having a heart to heart with someone in the fucking kitchen or my living room, or like I say, like you're drunk at the corner of a party. I don't know whether I like this or not, but I'm actually all right with it. It's cool, isn't it? It's fine. It's like I always watch it back and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. Right. So focus on your right. Let's do this. Let's read this little meditation. So do we need to close our eyes? Yes, close your eyes. Close your eyes and focus on your eyes. Do they look tired or heavy or light or relaxed? So just answer it yourself. When I'm looking at my eyes, I look tired, but I've definitely looked tired, and I've still got those fucking glasses. I'm just keeping them on till the end. Keeping them on. Tom cruising it all the way. My prescription sunglasses really do look like Tom Cruise. Like every time I put them on, I'm like, hey. Right, so imagine indigo light penetrating into your eyes. This light tries to find any dark spots in your field of vision and dissipate them. Place your palms on your eyes and gently hold them there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax completely. Imagine something in the future that you would like to create, then freeze it as if it was a beautiful painting. Now place it in an indigo bubble and allow it to float into the middle of the world, and shine its energy from there. Say, divine intelligence, please allow what I have seen in my vision to manifest in the perfect time, in the perfect way. Wow. And guys, that would be the perfect opportunity for me to tell you that that is one of my sessions. Create your vision. True story. That's a package of 4 sessions where we create your vision through shamanic journeys and soul retrieval. We talk about on the first session what you want to bring in your life, what you want to create. And then we do the other sessions to do with that. And all I'm going to say is big shits happen for people when we do that. People have brought their dreams or visions or what they talk about with a business into reality. Some of you guys that talk on here, quite a few actually people that have done that. And yeah, lots of different things. Or sometimes it can be people that are stuck in toxic situations, like creating the vision of how to get out of it, basically, for the more sort of serious ones. Because some people, like I said, have escaped that just from watching, just from watching the free stuff. But the more sort of serious ones, that's been people that have had more of a handhold and shit. And I'm very proud of everyone that has been in that has been in these difficult situations. And even if I don't know you and you're in that, you will get through it and use the stuff that's there. Or like I said, come and book a personal session. And but yeah, we can also create a vision just in one session. So oh, lovely. Yes, Charlotte, do it. Yep. Visualize it. This is what I mean. You've got to see it before it happens. You've got to believe it to see it, not see it to believe it. We've got to flip. Oh, you got the card that was about flipping the script. Right, I kind of actually want to pull some of these cards because they make people laugh. They make me laugh. Right. So, what do we know? What do we know? What do we know? Why did I say that? What do we know? What do we know? What do we know? Why did we say that? What do we know? You got, oh, look. What do we know? Well, we know we're winning, despite what it might look like, and whatever that means to you. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. I think that's about your twin flames connections. That's about your twin flame connection. That is for whoever that's going to speak to. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Don't ruin that shit by allowing other people to ruin it. By allowing your own limiting beliefs or negative mindset to ruin it, by allowing tiredness or black magic or spell work, or like I said, you mean basically don't allow. I feel like I want to say to someone, it's just a bad day, it's not a bad life. What else do we need to know? I didn't say that. Gives, oh my God, look, you're giving too many fucks, give 0. And I feel that same just sort of backing up what I said about. That's funny. My friend said something like that to me today. It's just, there's just this vibe right now about just be where you are. Wherever it is you are, just be where you are. If you're in a dark night of soul, be there. Like, immerse yourself in it and feel your feelings. Away from others. You have to heal that way, for whoever that's for. And for people that are worrying or whatever it is, it's just like, just find something that brings you into the present moment. That's really what they're getting me to do this for as well, you know what I mean? Because we're just hanging out and enjoy every moment. Yeah, don't allow the current circumstances to pull you out your joy, because actually it is, oh yeah, it's like by being in a joyful state, joyful, relaxed state, that you actually bring all the things that you want to you. Easier said than done, I know, but it's a whole lot more fun when you are, you know what I mean, when you are just more relaxed. And right. Oh, look at this. What the and then look, it's like it's interesting because at some points I can tell when I'm talking to divine feminines, and at other points I can tell when I'm talking to divine masculines. That last bit was definitely just for divine feminines, and this bit's for divine masculines. Again, only the ones that are at this bit. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. For some, that is about going after your twin flame because you got a good thing going. Don't ruin it by never doing anything about it. And for others, that is business stuff or whatever else it could mean about in your life. And then look, there's my wee, and I love the lightning bolt emoji for many reasons. But to me, that is Uranus and Taurus. Well, it's just Aquarius energy, but Uranus is in Taurus. That is Aquarius energy. Expect unexpected. Figure shit out on your own. I just said that, didn't I? You need to figure shit out on your own, away from people. You think someone is lying, they are. Okay, that is about two things. That is about the twin flames that talk shit. Nathan, I think that might, I don't know if that was for you, Nathan. It'll be for more than, I know for a fact it's for more than just you, but it's like you think someone's lying, so you think your twin flame's lying when they push you away, and whatever way they do that, they are. Again, use your discernment. Some of you might be thinking someone's your twin flame and they're just not, right? So book a session. I'll be able to help you. And again, I'll be able to help you because I'll listen to you and I'll help you work it out for yourself. Do you know what I mean? But I have got Pluto retrograde 0 degrees Scorpio in the 12th house. So if anyone actually could tell you who your true twin flame is, I actually really can't. I know that some people get really I've seen somebody actually that I love saying that it's like nobody can tell you who you, well, do you know what? See if somebody could, you're fucking looking at her. You're looking at her. I've done it for many people, haven't I, guys? And I've also helped many people that thought somebody was a twin flame work out that no, actually it isn't. It's that other person. And that's what I mean about that's the ones that are getting distracted. Because there are some people do get that really rough lesson of a false twin flame. So you've got to be really careful. But also you think someone's lying, they are. That I do feel that is it's going to be specific for different situations, but I think it's something that, like, perhaps you asked somebody something and you were satisfied with the answer in the moment, but actually they were lying and you've been feeling like that, you know, it's something that's specific to someone. Is that right? Yeah, change. And that's my Dark Knight, the Soul card. The changes that you're going through are positive, but again, I feel that's linked to whatever I was channeling about yesterday, that when people are put on the spot, people do lie. You know what I mean? And it's just from a place of fear. So send them more love. You know what I mean? I feel like this card is talking to me right now with my shades on my head. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. Fuck you. You look like a shit show. These are very rude. Like, excuse me. But anyway, sorry. But again, like, to be serious, that might actually be somebody that's a bit depressed, and I don't know. That is what popped in my head, and I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the way that, like, I'm slagging at myself, but I do feel it's like maybe it's time to come back out in the world now. I don't know who I'm saying that to, but I'm saying it to someone. I mean, they've made me do it recently too, and I hear you. I don't want to. You don't need to do it all the time. I mean, if you've peopled a lot like what I've done, fucking birthdays, man. It was like my best pal said to me, what are you doing for your 40th? I was like, I've just fucking turned 39 the other day. I don't fucking know. I was like, that's just social conditioning that is like, you have to, oh, I'm going to New York. I was always going to New York, and I'm going to go to New York before I'm 40. I'm going to fucking live. I'm fucking getting out of here. I'm going to live in New York. Mark my words. See you later. I think I'm joking, but I don't know. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Laugh. Right, okay. Can we start? And I just looked at the card that said fuck them. So listen, these are little different messages that are coming out for people. Get the fuck out your head, get in your heart, it misses you. That always, specific with twin flames, feels like when you're in the shadow side, or the dark part of divine masculine energy, like overthinking and running circles around yourself, driving yourself nuts basically, and come into your heart, it misses you, because that's in your heart is where, God, these are beautiful channeling tonight. I have to say, I'm going to watch this back and be like, well, but it's like, yeah, your twin flame is in your heart. They're not, okay, they are in your head too. It can feel like it's like that you're, so if they fucked you off, like, where have you fucked yourself off? That was for someone too, but it's true. Do you know what I mean? But it's just, get after. Oh God, there's that. Oh no, it's not the same one, but it's very similar. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back, right? Take a fucking trip. Yeah, take a fucking trip to see your twin flame. Fuck fear. It really is that. Look, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up, right? Come on. You can't make it any clearer. Love. Love. Love is the answer. And that did feel like what I was just channeling. Get after that shit. The world has your back, yeah. Strong union energy. So the divine masculines that needed the sign, there it fucking is. And I think I need to go now. Right. I've been on here for fucking ages again, but there's always a reason. But this was the last one of this week, I think. So have a lovely rest of your night, dreams and all that, with reading the dream cards. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for hanging out till the end, and whoever else hung out till the end there. And love is the answer. It really is. Love yourself and love others, even the ones that are the haters, and definitely send love to your twin flame, even if they're sending you hate, or maybe hate's a bit strong, but whatever's going on, because I can feel we're in an eclipse, and it's just lots of your twin flames are going through some really dark shit. It's all a big clusterfuck, and I feel everyone's everything, and it's only going to get more intense for me the more people that join this channel. So, as well as my own clusterfuck of stuff. So, on that note, enjoy every moment. I think it's time to take the glasses off the head. Yes, have a really lovely weekend though. I know that I'm gonna. So I've apparently won, not once because I'm paying for it, but I'm getting a couple of extra channels which are Sky Sports. And I'm like, I didn't watch the sports, but I managed to bump the price down, so I'll maybe get into football or something. I don't know, like a tennis game or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll no doubt find a film and come back and channel about it. Oh, fuck, what have I done to my hair? But yes, have a lovely weekend, guys. And like I said, you know where I am if anyone wants to book a session, and anyone that was going to be emailing in that, I'll check that at some point tomorrow, I think. Fuck, where the hell? Why do I do the same thing every time? Right, do that, and then